Ladies and gentlemen. I need to get There we go. That's
Hey,
perfect.
yep.
There we
Frank and
go.
I traveled all the way to Sweden for this next guest, so we're in this
We sh-
boardroom in Sweden. That is actually not the case at all.
this is Sabbath Studio. So welcome to Sweden, everybody.
Yeah.
Where are the carcasses? I don't know.
Well, that took a dark turn.
All right, we're leaving this immersive view. I hate this thing. There we go. It's back to normal, people. We had
All
to play
right.
with that. First time I'd seen that immersive view, and I'm a simpleton, so I'm easy to amuse, like a small child, like a cat with a ball of yarn.
Yep, we're in here. So started the stream fucking around. We've been fucking around for like the last 10 minutes, just messing with different backgrounds. We were all going to
Yep.
be on a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace, but Sabbath overruled us on that one.
Yeah,
Um,
he looked too damn good. Frank and I didn't want to get shown up by the guest here, so we rejected it.
Indeed,
We
indeed.
said absolutely not.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, we're gonna go through the usual here, but make sure you click on the Twitch link, the chat or whatever it is, whatever link I pinned in the chat. That's where you're gonna fill out your master stable, and from there, that will be your link to getting credits, prizes, anything else that we give away. Um, I think that's all I needed to say, right? Was that the only announcement I needed to make, Mike?
I think so, but I guess we've been dicking around. We didn't like really even formally introduce our guest here. We
No,
just
I
kind
was
of like
getting there. I'm getting
oh, yeah,
there.
okay. I was gonna say
Yeah.
we just kind of assumed everybody knows who he is, and most people probably do at this point. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You go
you
ahead
know
and
what?
do the intro.
You're a better wordsmith than me, Frank. So you introduce him.
Oh, you're crazy. I'll give it a shot though. So this is none other than Sabbath, Mr. Jerry Jacobson, uh, who runs one of the bigger operations, right, Jerry?
Euro.
Yeah, Euro. Perfect. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jerry, I guess what we're gonna go ahead and put you to the fire here and say, how'd you find the game? What brought you into horse racing? Why have you put up with Mike's shit for so long? Let us know.
Hi, Kim. Well, I started the first year actually. Uh, uh, I was interested in harness racing here in Sweden, and I wanted to find a game of horse racing on the internet. Uh, I never searched for it before, and I never searched for it after. Uh, I don't think it was maybe October, November the first year, I think.
Oh wow, yeah,
Sometime.
that's like 2 months in. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, uh, and well, I started being interested in thoroughbred racing as well. So
Nice.
uh,
So
that was how I got into the game, right?
So what's that?
Uh,
you said that's how you got into
Mike,
the game. We
Mike's
cut out a little bit.
behavior has always been a problem.
Let's see. Jerry was there when I used to get in the chat room. I don't mess around too much live in the game anymore. I'm just too busy and honest, I figure my time's better spent coding. But yeah, I used to be in the chat room quite a bit, and that's where I met Jerry. And I he was one of the first people I think I like was talking to in chat. But his obviously his username Sabbath, which is for Black Sabbath, and was like I don't know how it didn't take long before we started talking about Black Sabbath. So yeah, we're both. He's probably a bigger fan than I am. I'm kind of a fan, but my daughter actually to let everybody know actually has a Black Sabbath shirt, and she was asking. Now she's admittedly she's hasn't heard any of the music yet, but she likes the shirt. And you know what? Hey, if you're an incel and somebody can't wear what they want, and you're going to give them shit because they want to be stylish. You can fuck right off. I don't care if she's listening to music or not, but she did want to listen to some music. She's like, hey. So I was like, okay. I gave her a couple songs. I'd be curious if you were trying to get a new listener into Black Sabbath. What song or two would you pick? And then I'll give you kind of a heads up. She's not. I know you and I both are into the doom metal, you especially, and I am to a point, but she's a little more upbeat, a little, stuff like that. So, what couple songs would you recommend for
I think Paranoid,
her?
maybe. Iron Man is a really good song.
Okay.
And
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones I recommended Paranoid, but it's like that's probably the most popular. The other two, which even though they're not as popular, is I recommended Fairies Wear Boots because I thought that's kind of like an upbeat one, and then the other one that's kind of fun and it's got some. Now she does like songs that have time changes in them though, and which is kind of nice. So I went ahead and recommended The Wizard, which I thought that was a cool. It's a little upbeat. So but yeah, just there's another band, and well, we won't hijack this entire chat with this style of music, even though I think it's amazing.
No War
There's
Pigs?
now, yeah, War Pigs is great, but yeah, that's you gotta go a little deep. I won't say deeper in the catalog, but yeah, you gotta start liking Black Sabbath. That's not a good starter.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I like me some War Pigs though. That reminds me of my construction days. They always used to play that on the radio. So
oh yeah,
I heard that.
So let me ask you this: have you heard of Stoned Jesus, Jerry?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, they're from the Ukraine, and you ought to check them out. They have they have a very much kind of that Black Sabbath sound. But they also have a couple more upbeat things early on, but one of them is called "Here Come the Robots," which is I exposed that to my daughter. It had a lot of like 5/8, 7/8, 3/4, 6/8. I mean, it's just like blows through time changes, but it's not so obvious that it's smacking you in the face. But they do a great job. So I would just recommend to shout out to Stone Jesus from the Ukraine. Those guys kick ass.
All right, I've actually never heard of them either. I'm gonna have to check them out. So
Yeah, go check them out.
We're going to give
good songs.
Are we on the topic of recommending Ukrainian band?
Sure, have at it.
Hey,
There's a band called 1914, like the
Okay.
year 1914.
Yeah.
They're really something.
1914. Now, I know
Yeah.
there's a band, and I don't think they're from Sweden, but I've actually. It's funny because like if I look at my set list, my song list, a lot of my bands that I like are from that region. Like Truck Fighters are amazing. Can't remember exactly where they're from, but they're from somewhere around there. And I think Peter Pan Speed Rock might be from Sweden, if I'm right, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, yeah, they're a little crazy, but they're a little more goofy. But yeah, Truck Fighters are amazing. So
Yeah.
my daughter stole my Truck Fighter shirt, by the way. So there you go.
I've been stuck on the Swedish band Avatar for like the better part of like the last year. So they've been on. They're a lot of fun. They get a little bluesy in their riffs and everything else. So I love it. It's a fun little mix. So we'll go ahead and give chat some love here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and read what I got in the Twitch attendance so far. If you hear your name, great. If you don't, make sure you fill out the link at the top. But we got Rathbeard. We're gonna say hello to everybody here. This is hello.
I'm going to interrupt you for just a second.
Right.
Truck Fighters are from Sweden. Do you know where Orebro is?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, they're from Orebro. So they were the last band I saw before lockdown.
Excuse me. So we got Rathbeard, Sabbath. Oh, Sabbath is here, in case anybody didn't know. We got Kidman, Cody, Amir, Padre Bry, Hack, Brundlefly, Lucky Rabbi, 10 Point, Rancho, Agent O, Magoo, Bazals, Foxon, J West, Beer Keg, Baggio, LBC Stables, NA Skippy, Kimuggle, V-Man, Hippica, Smithy, Dingo, Sea Cadet, Woet, Kidman, NY Cowboy. I see we got Kidman twice. Dunville Downs, Stala Bant. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. Sabbath Picks Winner, Squirrel, NA Skippy, Shag Farms, Woad again, UK Woman, and Oak Ridge. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, guys, again, if you don't know, this is your first time in chat with us, make sure you do @DerbyFever in the chat if you want to get my attention. It's tough for me to see all the comments. It's tough for me to read all the comments. The @DerbyFever will actually highlight it for me and let me know that you're trying to get my attention. So yeah. So here we go. We got our first question. Not question, but Brundlefly says that Ozzy grew up not far from him.
Really?
That's interesting.
Cool.
Huh? Imagine going to school with that guy.
That'd be amazing. Actually, I bet he wasn't. I mean, he actually seems like a really cool guy from everything I can gather. But yeah, and I've heard people say that he's absolutely hilarious. It's not an act. He's like every bit as funny as you think he is. So yeah, he's probably a cool dude.
I bet you. There's no way he turns that off.
He says there's an age difference.
Yeah.
Like Ozzy is a bit older.
Dunville Down says Rush is his favorite band. Great documentary on Prime if you're interested. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I watched.
There's a documentary. I think I mentioned it recently in the chat on Milli Vanilli on Hulu, better than you'd think. And just to let everybody know, if I didn't mention this before, the guy, the surviving Milli, actually learned how to sing. He's pretty good, shockingly. Seriously, the guy can sing. He's got pipes. He should have just sang all along.
That was cool, actually.
Oak Ridge,
That was
first time cheddar.
surprising.
Yeah. Oh, so you've seen the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was expecting it's like, then he's like, oh yeah, here's his music. I was like, this is gonna suck. I was like, this guy's got some soul in his voice. He's actually got some pipes.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't you just sing all along? You could have avoided this whole mess.
I saw a good documentary on Randy Rhoads on Prime. That was fun with him and his interactions with Ozzy and like how it all came to be and that sort of thing and what led up to the his unfortunate death and all that. But so it's a good documentary if you're interested in the music side of things.
Sure.
Like how he got started and whatnot. Right. Let's see. We got Dingo says "Children of the Grave" is his favorite Sabbath song.
That's a good one. You get no complaints. There's very few. The entire catalog is pretty solid. It's like my two favorite probably that aren't as popular or that are a little goofier is I love Electric Funeral. It's just amazing, and Rat Salad's pretty good too. So yeah. Needless to say, yeah, we could sit here and
we could do this all day.
Heap praise on Black Sabbath all day, but we heap praise on our Sabbath today.
Let's see. Yep, Rob Scooby, I do see you. I got you, man. So now I won't be so confused when you PM me when I don't send you credits. Let's see. We got where was it? Daniel, your brother, says, "Hey, brother," and the two other mofos. All right, welcome, Daniel. UK.
This sounds like now you're over there singing an Elton John for us song, an Elton John song for us.
Oak Ridge says, well, listen, I'm very versatile. We got Oak Ridge says, finally watching live, not 7 months later. Well, welcome, man. Welcome to the chat.
Love to have you. So
indeed, questions are always welcome. Let's see. Ratbeard says the Osbournes was a reality TV show that followed Ozzy and his family. Well worth a watch if you can find it. Yeah, I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, it was
super funny.
You know what? I couldn't get into it, and it's just I'm not a big reality show type guy, so I think that was part of it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna reality show, that would be the one to watch.
The killing the dog episode is really great.
I'm afraid to ask what that means.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think the only episode I ever saw was when he was on not actually saw but that I remember was that when he was on the ATV and he lost it and basically ate shit and got really hurt.
No.
But you can't kill Ozzy, man. Ozzy lives forever. Like that guy is
You can't kill rock and roll. It's here to stay.
I vaguely remember them doing like some blood work on him or something like that. And he has like some like his genes are so mutated now that he's able to like just withstand things. I can't. I gotta find it. I gotta find it.
You're making.
I can't do it right now. I gotta find it though.
The guy's a medical marvel, is what you're saying.
More or less, yeah. He's gonna be. He's our savior. We don't even know it.
I think he actually got some ant DNA now.
Ant DNA? Oh yeah.
Yeah. From his little snorting experiences. Guy's insane, man. The guy's not right.
Yeah, I was right. I forgot that happened. They showed that in that movie, The Dirt.
Yeah.
Great movie about Motley Crue. All right, so Daniel, what? Let's do this because I know we talked a little bit about how you got in the game, but do you have any favorite horses, favorite races, favorite experiences, favorite players that you like to MF? Besides your brother, of course. Besides your brother.
I like everyone is really nice except a couple of people. No names, but they're probably okay. Well, actually, I was looking through my list of mares, and I was like watching which sires I have used lately, and I found out the most popular sire I used is Heart's Cry.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I got like 20% of my mares are by Heart's Cry.
Really?
So, yeah.
It's a good.
He was really cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Good sire.
Could do worse.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. So I really liked Heart's Cry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
also have some Dark Angels,
what did I
Lope de
do?
Vega, and
Okay.
Le Havre. So otherwise, like my first grade winner was actually in the first year. I think it was her second or third race. She was still a maiden, and she won a grade race.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, back then too, is you had to start the game with something. So I threw graded races in there right out the chute. So you probably won with a 73 speed figure or something.
I actually think she went over 90.
Okay.
I don't think she ever ran faster actually, but she won another grade race.
Do you remember her name?
Oblivious S.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, because you're from the old school, and there's a lot of people still around actually from that. Do you remember what your favorite horse name is when the computer would name the horses just terrible shit?
Oh God.
I had some really stupid ones, you know, like
I'm sure you did.
Scraggly Jock,
Scraggly Jock.
Bustfully Not Rowl.
Yeah, Bustfully Not Raoul. I remember him actually. Yeah. There's some really bad names, Frankie. Those days were-
Why did we stop with those names? We need to bring those names back.
Actually, the funny story, they're not nearly as crazy now, but the new 2-year-old names, I try to look at, it's a little more it's a little more centered on like the sire names than it used to be. It used to be like you just get all these crazy names. And but yeah, once players started naming horses, we didn't have a reason for the computer to breed horses
Oh
anymore.
man, that's crazy. Well, we still do. 2-year-olds, right? Or
But yeah, I had a big
1-year-olds.
Excel spreadsheet with adjectives and verbs and nouns, and just kind of like combinations of like how to fit stuff together and just cram it together, and that's how we came up with the first 20. I think 20,000 is what we started out with in the game, and then for a couple of years I had like 6,000 a year or something. So
That is fantastic. Some of those, man, we got to bring some of them names back.
I made a list one time of my favorites, and if you've got access to them, if you really want to get a good chuckle, go look at some of them.
Oh, I will.
A couple of them are so awful, just the combination of words it put together that sound like it's a incel or something. I mean, like there's a couple of them you're like, oh my god, this is like inappropriate.
So Padre wants to know if we can loosen the nerf on him. He says he's 21 runs, 2 wins, 8 places.
Oh no,
3/3 so far today. Fuck second place.
hey, that sounds like you're 50% of the money.
Yeah, you're doing work. Doing work.
That image that
I don't know.
Rarminsky just put in.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What did I do actually?
Oh, is that you?
that is Sabbath.
Okay, see, I don't know. I'm not very smart.
Oh god. Yeah.
Rick remembered. Congratulations, Rick. Love to have you, buddy.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, whether it's game related, whether it's directed at Sabbath, I mean, I hope you have questions for Sabbath because he's the star of the show today. We are gonna get some. We need Sabbath at some point to yell "spin the damn wheel" so that I can clip it and then we can turn it into a GIF or something and have it play on stream. But yeah, we're looking for questions. We're looking for interesting things to talk about. So if you guys have stuff, feel free. I know
And I'll lead off while
we
let them queue up for a few minutes. So I know that we ran some races, and you guys asked when the new race carding was going to be drug across the whole game. And the good news is that the one that actually splits up the players better when you put multiple in the same race and get race splits. Just today, I think I told everybody I'd added grade 2s, location restricted stakes races, and some other races. They seem to have all carded fine this week with the jockeys, so I'm loosening the reins a little more. So I'm going to drag it up, have more maiden claimers and more starters that are coming in, as well as grade 2s. I think all stakes races now for this upcoming week. And if we don't see any problems, I will probably open it up to the grade 1s. And then I may open it up at first to maiden races and hold off on allowance races for just a little bit, just to make sure it all still works, because the maiden races are the ones that split the most. And that's where I just want to make sure that before we get too far down this road, because Frankie even pointed out, and I think we mentioned this in chat. We found this little hot race horse today that decided he was really ambitious and just gunning to run. So he ran 2 times in 10 minutes.
Yep, that was a big thank you to Rathbeard, by the way. Rathbeard pointed that out. So
yeah, we'd seen that before, and I thought I'd fixed it. I obviously didn't. But the good news is today I went through and I added some extra code resiliency to that, so we shouldn't see that anymore. It should not be possible for the computer to do that anymore. But traveled all over the world, man. We're globe trotting, running on dirt and turf. 2-year-old ran twice in 9 minutes. That's just an ambitious horse, man. Can't be stopped.
no, you gotta respect the grind. That horse ain't even tired.
Absolutely not.
Let's see. Dunville's asked Sabbath, said, how many years have you been playing Sabbath, and where are you from?
I'm from an island in the Baltic Sea called Gotland in Sweden. And I've been playing since the first year. I don't think I had... maybe I stopped playing for a couple of months when I was living in Belgium. But otherwise, I've been playing for the whole time.
Did you ever meet Alex while you were over in Belgium?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I figured you did. I thought you guys knew each other.
Yeah. He's great. You met him as well.
Yeah, Alex is fantastic, man. That's one fine individual there. Absolutely.
I actually think I met him just a couple of weeks after you met him. We were talking about everything you talked about. I can't remember anything about that, but
yeah, no, it wasn't anything important. He was just such a great host. I mean, he helped us with the accommodations. He was like our personal tour guide. It was in Bruges, which is a beautiful city. I had no idea it was that nice. He's like, if you come over here, you ought to go to... I don't even know what Bruges is, but I looked it up. I was like, this looks cool. And then I went over there. I was like, oh, amazing. This is like, as man. And Bruges has become a lot more popular since, but Alex was like a personal tour guide. He told us where to go, where not to. He got the reservations. He was, he's like, don't go there. He's like, that's where all the tourists go. Like, we went downstairs in some little bar. We had the whole place to ourselves. It was us and Manny and his wife and Alex's girlfriend and my wife, and we went and just like drinking like handcrafted beer and Alex is he's the best, man.
Yeah, it's really nice. He showed me a couple of places as well. I guess you probably ate spare ribs.
I don't think we did. For some reason, I think we ate some seafood, but I don't remember where. It's like everything was a blur. We were there for a few days, maybe only 2 days, but we were trying to do the whole Europe thing, so it was all that blended together. But I do, that night particularly, it was just, it was just a lot of fun, man.
Oh, let's see. That's awesome. I've never been overseas, so I gotta at least never to Europe. So I gotta get there.
It's cool, man. I think, as has well been documented, I came back from Italy about 8 months ago. It was wonderful.
I remember you left me in charge.
You have to wait. You have to wait for Sweden to join the NATO before you come.
Who knows how that's going to happen?
That's a fair point.
I'd love this. I'd love to see Sweden. So.
Let's see. We got Skippy says, I sent this to you, but perhaps we can bring it up here. Ability to import and export jockeys and be able to share it with other accounts and players. I haven't gotten around to talking with Mike about it yet, Skip, but the concept is pretty self-explanatory. But we're also in the process of potentially reworking how jocks work. So we're trying to make it, I think at the end of the day, the goal is to make it much less tedious anyway. So,
at least streamline some of it. But as we say, and I know they use bored to say it, is infrastructure stuff comes first. Stuff I'm doing right now is getting really close to becoming a huge benefit to us as an entire community. Whether you guys know it or not, it's going to allow me to start moving forward a lot faster on some of the code, and we can look once we start getting on a new code base on the front end where you guys start seeing differences. We try to make that UX better. The UX better experience is kind of the first thing, and then we'll allow to start looking at like I said, I'd love to do some of this exporting and importing and things. So
all right, well, that'd be great. Here's going to be a very good segue into the race, Carter, Mike. Lately, I'm losing to CPU horses in hot races. Did something change recently?
A little bit. Say
It
this.
sure did.
Yeah. The goal wasn't to make the goal is not to make the CPU smarter, but I did have to rework that entire code. That entire code base was written 11, 12, 13 years ago. Probably not the best to begin with. And really why you've seen a lot of shitty horses. So I went through and because now I can look at instead of slices, again, what we're doing with the infrastructures before I'd have to take like a little slice and I pick from those horses kind of. So, but just because from a timing perspective, it didn't have the processing power to run. But now, since I'm really refactoring the code, I can look at the entire universe of horses. So it's picking horses that better fit the restrictions and better fit historically. I purposely try to ramp them down a little bit and say, you know, computer horses. But yeah, you will. I mean, when you consider probably, and you know, the old winning percentage in some of those hot races was probably in the high 90s.
I think it was like 98% when I looked it up.
Yeah, you're going to end up not winning as much simply because it's looking at a bigger cross selection of horses and it's getting smarter about not running horses.
Yep. Except
for like today, it ran a horse twice in the same day. But besides that, it should be a lot better about picking horses. So yeah, but also it's just I have a lot more experience with the code and I had a lot more time this time to write the CPU code right.
And the other aspect of it too is right, like a lot of the old horses or a lot of the way it used to work with the Carter was if a CPU horse made its way in, it wasn't necessarily at full condition. So now they're all at full condition when they hit the track. So it's
when they get the time to rest, they're leveling up now. What would happen a lot of times, probably the biggest hurdle, they ran too much. So you'd see like they would run too much. They would run in bad places, so their form was all whacked out. So you'd see horses, you might see a horse run on 6 furlongs dirt. That was the router on the turf, and he just runs 6 furlongs dirt and kind of whack out his condition or whack out his form. And then in turn, if he turned around and ran 3 or 4 days later, now his conditioning's worse because he didn't get a full time to recover. So now the game's a lot smarter about going, hey, I've seen this horse run 10, 20 times. I know that he likes a 6 furlong dirt race, so I'm going to stop putting him, or I know he likes a long turf race. So I'm going to try to focus on long-term turf races, which is going to give him better form. And in turn, it's not going to run him like 3 days in a row unless it can't find a really good fit for the race. It goes through and slices about 20 times. So it like expands the universe. It like tries to hyper fit distance, surface, not so much distance and surface. It's like non-winner 1, non-winner 2, CPU value.
Tries to match conditions, basically, is what it tries to do.
Yeah, and it tries not to move a horse too much from where he ran last time, but it will if he has to. But it slices out every time. Instead of just picking from that small universe, one slice and going, this is the best I'm going to get. Now it's going through and saying, I could do this a lot faster, so I may as well leverage the resources.
It's much more sophisticated, and it looks at a much larger pool of horse. So, again, for the folks who are, dumping a lot of CPU horses in the auction, if you're dumping good horses and those horses end up in some allowance races or high level claims or wherever they're ending up, there's a good chance that they're actually decent horses. And
after they've proven it to themselves, there is kind of it kind of looks at a race average. It's if the horse hasn't had success, he's going to still run probably about the same. But if the computer starts figuring out that you ran him wrong, which will, if it's not happy with how it runs, it'll try to move the distance, move the surface. If it starts finding, so the computer's trying to play a little more like I won't say even a smart player, but a pretty lazy player. But it is trying to play a little, instead of being like the worst player in the world, which a computer has historically been, he's trying to at least be somewhat competitive.
So he mimicked it after me, basically, is what he did. The laziest.
Better than mimicking. I guarantee your win percentage is better than mine. You guys are lucky I didn't mimic it after Sabbath. What's your win percentage, Jerry? It's pretty good, right?
It's I'll check it up, but it's
Sabbath kicks ass with all of his Tete horses.
Last year I think I had a bit above 30.
Wow.
Oh shit! See, yeah, I'm lucky to crack like 12.
I was gonna say I get about half that. I think this year has probably been my best year, and I think I'm gonna start going downhill once I get some of my my horses back on the track.
I'm afraid to look at my e-test case win percentage.
I've
I'm
been
gonna go look.
I've been fucking up. I've been so sidetracked and so like busy with the game, like the back end of the game, and like looking at like the emails and the forum and everything else, that my stupid ass twice this year. I've never done this in the entire time I played the game, but now since I'm not paying as much attention, I entered a horse on 3 days rest, and I entered a horse on 9 days rest. So I don't know if I completely just killed both horses, but I'm so like I feel like I'm an idiot right now. Let's see, we got Fox on says Sabbath. I noticed you have stables called Whiz by Zoos. Does that mean something?
Yeah, I got that from my brother, I think. The first part, Visby, is the town where I live, and Zeus is a Greek god in Swedish. So Zeus. I don't know how to spell it in English.
Zeus.
It works either way. I like your way better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty cool.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't know why he named it like that, though.
Yeah, I know. Hey, my first stable was Bill Gulch.
Yeah.
Well, my first stable was Francois, and I never used it for like a year, and then Mike found it and assigned it to me after I joined. So, let's see.
Yeah, I was just sitting out there when Frank first started helping.
He's like, oh, I don't think this guy's coming back. Do you want the stable name? I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's me.
Well, it didn't have any races or anything, I don't think. I was like, hasn't logged in years, never had a race. I was like, and then I think we looked at the email, and it was one of your old emails. I was like, this is you, dude.
Yeah, it was me. It was 100% me. Let's see. We got Beer Keg. He says, for all three of you, in your opinion, who is the most underperforming trainer in the sim other than me? So, I listen. I'm ready for this question, but I'm gonna let Sabbath answer first. I'm gonna go last, so I'm gonna let Sabbath answer first.
So, is he looking for us to throw somebody under the bus here?
100%. Basically, say who do you think's shit? I'm just kidding. Not shit, but just basically probably could do better with what they have.
Damn, that's a hot fucking question.
It's a hot take, man. Let's hear it. Come on, we're here for it, right?
I guess.
All of a sudden, I can't hear anything you're saying, Frank.
All right, well, I'll start us off then. It's Beer Keg.
Oh,
there you go. Beer Keg is the most underperforming trainer in the sim, and I have looked up his horses, and for the amount of great horses he has had, he has either given a very good chunk of them away to the auction or lost them in claims. And he doesn't even realize it until now.
I think I've been really stupid as well, you know. No, before you had this information streams in the beginning, I was never racing my horses beyond 5 years old.
Okay.
I just threw them out in claims like at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm probably one of the stupid guys.
No, probably not.
The underperformers.
I wouldn't say that, sir. This was a loaded question for Beer Keg. He just wanted to hear his name on stream.
Attention.
He wanted me. This was his ooh, look at me moment as I threw him under the bus.
Beer Keg really sucks, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just kidding, BK. You know we love you, buddy. All right, here we go. So we got I just lost where I was. Woet says, I'm from Belgium and know all the guys. Alex Robert from the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah. Rob Van Dam. Yeah. Great.
Rob Van Dam. I only know one Rob Van Dam, and that's the wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah. That region has been a hotbed for this game for some reason, which is amazing. So, overall, by and large, super nice. I don't think I've met an asshole from there yet. So.
Really nice.
So Smithy has a good question. He says, "Hey Mike, you asked for a vote on receiving less and better cards. If that changes, what are the new acquisition rules?"
There's not any yet.
Yeah.
It would be. I'd have to think about it. Pretty much, my goal would be less cards. The cards are, and you can run the, I mean, kind of run the logic in your head, because I guess I didn't pay attention to how resource intensive those little suckers would be, because I have to, who owns it? What kind of card is it? Has it been flipped? I keep a lot of auditing too, and sometimes I'm giving away 3 cards in a race to somebody. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too many cards. So what I'd like to do is dial that down notably. Maybe give it down to like 1 card a race at max, and then from there just have the cards where you guys get better cards. So instead of like right now the trade in, I know it's tough to trade your cards up, but it'd be a hell of a lot easier. Like, I mean, if you got an F card instead of 2 G cards, you came out ahead. Sure. So, it's kind of like give better cards out percentage wise, to where overall, even if you looked at all the cards I give away, and I'm going to make sure to do this, I'll run the numbers before I make any rash decisions. What I would do is I'd take the entire stock of cards I gave away last year, because I keep all that information. I know how many A's, B's, C's, D's, that I actually gave away. I would take that. I would try to get the number of cards down, but I would try to make sure the A's increase, the B's increase, the C's, the D's, and the E's. Maybe not the F's, it just depends. Sometimes you got to cut, but make it to where I would give away a lot better cards along the way, even if it's the thing is, especially at those high ends, even if I increase it just a little bit, if you think of how many cards it trades up to get from a G to an F to an E to a D to a C to a B, and B to an A, even if I just sprinkle a few more cards up there, you guys are going to get a lot better value for your money. So, but do I have those numbers? Not yet.
What about?
I just gotta figure it out.
What about, instead of doing singular cards, doing it by pack? So like you earn X amount of BPs and you can buy a pack of cards, and it gives you maybe instead of giving you a singular A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, it gives you like the actual sire. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like hey, you opened up a 10 pack and you're guaranteed in this particular pack, you're guaranteed at least 1 A card, 1 B card, 1 C card. In this particular pack, if you spend this amount of BPs, you're guaranteed this number of A cards, B cards, C cards, whatever. At least that way, it condenses it, and it's not so singular, and then you don't necessarily have to track the in and out of every flip.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. I think that's the thing, is before I do, you and I obviously take this off chat eventually and figure this out. But yeah, as far as I'm just throwing out very plain Jane, basic. Just the number of cards is overwhelming. We've got to come up with a better idea to give you guys better value for those cards, but also make them a lot less intensive on the computer.
Yep.
But what that answer is, I have no idea yet.
Yeah. Sabbath, do you flip a lot of cards, Sabbath? Do you use a lot of card sires in terms of like with your best mares, with your cheaper mares? Like what's the strategy from your perspective with cards?
I only use A cards.
That's it?
Yeah.
There you go. Awesome. Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
I get enough breeding points actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Well, there you go. So only use A's, guys, and you'll be as successful as Sabbath. So there you go.
But the A's I've got wasn't really good actually. Well, the last ones I did, I got Tap It in December. I got Dark Angel in December as well, I think.
That's not bad.
Well, those are both good.
And that's
good ones.
Yeah, that's the tricky part with the cards, is like I need to put a risk value in it, but I think isn't the A card like the top 75 performing sires in the game? Is it 75 or I can't remember, but it's definitely, there's definitely a cutoff point. There's probably too many, or there's probably some sires down there that obviously aren't as good as the best of the best, and everybody knows where those organic kind of drop offs are. So, but you got to put a little skin in the game, I guess.
Oak Ridge said, Frank, it was cool to hear you bring up It's My Lucky Day in a previous stream. I saw him break his maiden, saw him unfortunately get injured in the Pegasus, and then saw him, I guess that was supposed to be win 2 stakes when he came back full at Monmouth Park, favorite of mine. Yep, he was when I first got back into horse racing because I was out of it for a while, but when I got back into it in like 2012, 2013, it was he was one of the mainstays. That was one of the first horses I hit big on, and just rode it out from there. And even in the sim, I probably have a good chunk of the It's My Lucky Days. because I breed them. I had a goal. I don't know if I haven't looked in a while, but my goal was to get the first graded winner out of It's My Lucky Day. I haven't done it yet. I don't know if anybody else has, but I gotta go back and look and kind of try my goal again. So, all right. We had Magoo. He said, "What condition is the horse in running twice in 12 minutes?" Pretty shitty.
You know what?
Go ahead,
Honestly,
Mike.
and this is the way the code looked at it. Okay, and this is so the course actually. Now, I don't know what his conditioning is after he did those two, but he probably. I'm going to make a pretty good guess, knowing the code, and especially since I've been in it. It probably didn't know to change the condition yet, because what had happened is it actually had the horse carted twice before it ran the horse. And that was kind of like the divot. That was like a code miscommunication. As I was looking at the, I forget, I was looking at one table that hadn't been populated yet, which is how this happened. Long and short of it is when it pulls that information in, I don't know. I'd have to look, but it probably, there's a possibility that it pulled the horse data into race before, and I'm sure it did, because it gets it to a point, it holds that information and uses it. I bet you there's a good likelihood if it ran in the same batch, the horse's conditioning was the same in both races.
Probably.
Now, I guarantee you, after he came out of that race, he was not happy about it.
Yeah, I think
after he came out of those two races, he definitely was not very happy with himself. He realized he made an all-night drinking type of mistake by running twice in 8 minutes.
Well, we could find out what he is. Let me see.
We'll look later.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to look right now. Yeah, hell, he's probably like a perfect condition. He's probably ready to go again, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, so that's that. We got S. Reynolds says, "Can we get a way to request the CPU horse we want put in the auction so we can buy a horse if we want?"
Not yet. I'm not against doing stuff like that down the road, but yeah, I mean,
we'd have to make the AI a little bit. We'd have to make the AI really smart about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. The good news is about the auction is that the auction is, nobody's really at an advantage with the auction, because if somebody bids on it, it jumps it up in time, and that's by design. So the only advantage you get is if you just load up on dollars in a stable and wait for it. But then there's other people that may be doing the same, so it's not necessarily, and there'll be some horses that we definitely wouldn't, we wouldn't let the CPU let go of.
Right. We got Beer Keg says, "Does that mean that the 2 times runner today might just be a super sprinter, best of the best, 2 times better than the rest?" That just means that we're a couple idiots and made a mistake.
No, I'm the idiot here. So again, and that's why I try not to roll that. I've been slow dog walking this code because I was afraid things like this might happen, and they did. Fortunately, that's only been, like I said, in the last stream, there was a couple of races that got kicked out. I think that's the first time that's happened in 25 years where the race just got kicked out and it had players and it said, "Nope, can't start it. Fuck off, Donnie Baseball." Yeah, the game turned angry against Donnie Baseball like Frank. You'd think Frank had something to do. It's totally just shit coding on my behalf.
It basically just said, "Fuck you, Donnie. You ain't running today, buddy."
Yeah, but it also screwed a few other people along the way. But it only happened 2 races, so not a big deal. But part of that is that I knew that CPU coding was going to be, I won't say a problem, but I tested it as well as I could in a test environment. But it really is a matter of just, sometimes you got to roll it out and see what happens in the wild. And this is something that just happened in the wild. So yeah, just piss poor coding on my behalf.
UK woman says, "If you need to breed a new CPU horse, is it just random?" Kind of.
Yeah. Well, what I do, just to let everybody know, is technically to make it, when I breed a new CPU horse, I don't breed them throughout the year. What I do, the only time I tend to breed them anymore, and I think this has been historically the way it's been for the last at least 5, 6, 7 years, is at the beginning of the year, I breed somewhere between several, probably I think lower end of 600 or 700 and maybe upper end of like 1,800 or so. But I breed only 2-year-olds. And lately, used to, it was a lot, the code was a lot more intricate's the wrong word. The code was just a pain in the ass. I used a big Excel spreadsheet. About 4 years ago, I quit paying for Excel, or I quit my job at back in 2020, everybody knows. So I didn't have access to Excel anymore. So I was going to have to pay for Excel. I had all my macros and everything written in, and I was like, fuck this, I'm going to rewrite it. And part of the rewriting, I just got clever. So what I started doing, if you look at the 2-year-olds now, they cheat a little bit. What they actually do is they find mares. I'm pretty sure that it finds a mare that's never been used that is 21 or 22 years old. So they're too old for the players to breed, but
Fucking
they've never
cheaters.
been bred. Yeah, but they've never been bred. So, and most of them are just hot trash, as you would expect. And then from there, it also, from the 2-year-olds, when we do the first update of these horses are still active, I pick horses that are still active from last year. I think I try to look at horses that are underbred percentage to, like the population. So I try to create 2-year-olds with underused 2-year-old sires using 21 or 22-year-old mares that had never been used.
Well, you know what they say.
Haven't been used in forever.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Go ahead, Sabbath.
Will it be possible for us players to donate mares?
To the CPU? You want to make other people? You're trying to make people's life hard?
Yeah.
If Sabbath's a glutton for punishment. Oh, also, by the way, everybody, Sabbath donated 4 mares for the prizes today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use his 4 mares. We'll spin the wheel. And
spin the damn wheel.
No. We'll spin the damn wheel to figure out who the winner's going to be, but we're going to spin the regular wheel, the bullshit wheel, to figure out who the sires are going to be. So,
the old bullshit wheel.
Old bullshit on is back up here again.
Actually, Frank.
Yes, sir.
I also bred 3 horses from other mares with really cheap sires that I think are better than their price.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
I guarantee you they're better than that outflanker horse I gave away the other day.
Rhodes.
We could have all of them going to one trainer, actually. What do you think?
That's up to you. Listen, they're your horses to give away, man. So if you want to,
absolutely,
if you want to give them away, if you want to give away 3 to 1 person, I'm for it.
Yeah, if you want to see like 40 people upset at you, go right ahead. You do you, buddy. I'm just saying, it's probably a bad idea for your popularity inside the game.
I was going to say Sabbath may very quickly become the most underperforming trainer in the game.
I mean, honestly,
by consensus.
I would argue you're one of the top 10, 15% most beloved players in this game. And if you start doing shit like that live on camera...
Well, I respect the hell out of it. But...
Try that in a small horse racing game.
We could do it like when we with players that didn't win before. So get the best, not the best price. But
so here's what I'll say then. Here's how we'll do it. We'll say we'll have. I'm gonna have you ask the question when you're ready. When we're ready to give them away. But whoever's never won in the chat, or whoever's never won a spin wheel, and we'll take from that list, and we'll let you pick from that list, or we can add them to the list and spin the wheel.
We'll spin the wheel.
And if we see a new player pop into the chat named Kierbeg, he doesn't get on the wheel.
Yeah. Kierbeg or Drunken Jock Club or, I like hockey.
Gag Bear.
Tipsy Small Guy Crew.
Oh, let's see. We got
Mr. Underperformer.
Mr. Underperformer.
It's like the worst superhero name ever. Or the worst name for a porn star ever. He's big into those too, Mr. Underperformer.
Very true. That is Beer King's go-to right there. We got UK woman. Does the level of race affect the type of card, i.e. claimers get G-graded, stakes get an A?
The cards, no. From a card perspective, it gets divvied out. That's not to say it should. I mean, it couldn't. Let me rephrase that. Or shouldn't. It doesn't right now. But I think that's, like we said, is I'll be re-looking at the deck logic anyway soon, and relatively soon. As soon as I get this back-end carding, the last thing that I have to do is move information. So I have to move like player information to the website. I have to move horse information to the website, but I'll also have to move points, which are pretty easy. But the cards I'm going to have to move as well. So before I get that done, Frank and I are going to have to come up with at least a logic of how we want to divvy those cards, at least initially. We may change it later, but something different than what it is. And I don't see why I couldn't make it a little more friendly to give out cards to, in better races. So
next bonus says like buying baseball cards as a kid. That's actually, what's funny is buying baseball cards as a kid. The whole idea, at least from my end, stemmed from a conversation I had with Larry, King Abs. So King Abs called me one day. He's big into the card collecting game, and we were talking, and I didn't have this conversation with him at the time, but I was in the back of my mind thinking, man, what if we did something like that in the game where we just created packs of cards and, let people buy them with BPs or credits or something like that, and then You know,
And I'm not against that. And, it's very similar. A few years ago, and I may have even been in my old house. So I think it was even 2014. There's popular for a while. I don't know how popular they are, but there's like a basketball game. It's like NBA 2K14
Yep.
or whatever. It wasn't the game that you play on the
all the
Xbox, but it was
sports
a
do
phone
it
game.
now. Yeah, all of them do it
Yeah,
now.
and like you flip cards, and Marvel had a Marvel Snap game that was similar to where you flip cards, you get free cards. And that's kind of when I was playing that game. It was, just something to pass the time when I was sitting waiting for my kid to get out of school or whatever. And I was like, I need to add cards to the game. That would be fun. So it's kind of the same logic of, a lot of times you get a common, but sometimes you'll get a pretty good fucking card. So I mean, that was kind of the logic, but I would think it'd be great. I think Frank's got a great idea of expanding that out and doing even more with it, especially if it does something to alleviate all the common cards.
Yeah.
It's really just my database right now is just like real life. Okay, you got like a folder of your nice cards. You have a little box that has some of your decent cards, and you got like shoe boxes full of garbage cards nobody cares about. That's like our database right now.
That is it right there in a nutshell. Let's see. We got Beer Keg said, "Are you saying instead of 3 cards for participation, top 3 and winning, you get 1 card, but the odds are better for placing and best for winning?"
Something like that. I mean, we'll figure it out. Again,
Sabbath
too
question.
early to tell. But I do know this: the number of cards is too damn high. So we have to do something about that. And I try to be, I try to be a polite and kind game developer. My goal is never to screw you guys or make your experience worse. But I have to do what's right for the game too. So in turn, if I can give you guys better value while also giving you a better experience, or at least the same experience and a better value, and ultimately, help with some of this back end, stress, then that's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. I think it's also beneficial for us to not give out the shit cards in a lot of ways, just because people take the lower end breedings, right? And what they do is, and the lower end sires, the more obscure sires, the ones that are there are not really meant to be overbred. Like there's times where somebody will just lean into a sire and breed it like 100 times in a year because it costs 10 or 25 BPs or 10 credits or whatever. But that,
And we alleviated some of that with the BP, changing
Right.
the low BP. That helped a lot. That really did. I mean, you guys are breeding a lot better stock now than you did, and ultimately the cards are going to do something similar. It's kind of like, let's get rid of some of that shit breeding and give you guys so that still be there.
Right.
But
let's get more quality.
Yeah, exactly. Give you guys, like I said, it's better UX for you guys. Get better horses, more competitive horses, and such. Let's. That trade up to card. I know it can be frustrating. It was frustrating when I played that card game. It's like you flip a card that sucks
Yeah.
all the time. Most of the cards you flip suck, and you're like, this sucks. And that's why people, we eventually had, can I have where I just flip all my cards at the same time because I don't want to sit here and flip the cards. But flipping the cards is supposed to be fun too.
Right.
So maybe I make it where like we give away certain cards that are just G cards, and sometimes like if you don't get a G card, it's like you have to flip it. So there's a little bit of excitement. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think like we'll take it offline and talk, but I think you could do it like compartmentalizing it into more into packs as opposed to singular cards, and then going from there, and it could make it much more beneficial. But even then, excluding some of the lower end, like just not making it eligible on card. If somebody wants to buy it, that's fine, but we're not going to give it away for free, so to speak.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, we're just blowing smoke right now.
Spitballing.
Right. So the other question was, Dingo had a specific question for Sabbath.
Okay.
He said, who's your favorite current, he said his favorite current metal band is The Who, Mongolian metal band. They also did the music for the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. My horse, Sugan Asena, named after their song When It's Maiden this week. Ever heard of them?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Man, y'all coming up with some
They're
good
pretty
stuff.
big.
I've never heard of them. I gotta check them out.
It's like a Mongolian Metallica.
Is it really?
Mongolian Metallica. That fucking checks every one of my boxes.
That needs to be a band name.
No, but,
Or a horse name.
but they're really heavy, and I don't think they use electric guitars. They use some other instruments, Mongolian instruments. So.
Really? I'm gonna check
so
them out.
It's heavy. Yeah.
Let's see.
It's not my favorite, but anyway.
Well, hey, to each their own, right? There's some
Absolutely.
uniqueness there. We got NA Skippy says currently it seems the slots of getting anything over an E card are way too tight.
I agree, and that's why I want to give you guys better value. And I want to make it to where you see more of those. It won't be a crazy amount more, but it is. I mean, and the numbers. It's intended to be difficult by the number of cards I've given out, especially now. It's intended to be difficult, but let's make it easier and give out less is kind of the goal. But I agree with the Skippy, and that's kind of it. I think there's a better UX to be had with giving out less cards.
Yeah, no, I agree, and there's a less tedious way to go about it too, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do is we don't want you flipping individual cards or every 10 cards or what have you and going from there. So we'll figure something out. And,
let me ask you this, Frank, and just make sure I can drop a Spotify link in the chat without getting blown up, right?
yeah, we'll be all right.
Okay, I didn't think it would give me any fucking DCMI.
No, we just.
Okay, so this
I just don't think we can play it. That's the only thing.
Right. No, don't. Yeah, I'm not playing it, but that's a song called "Here Come the Robots" by Stone Jesus. Now that's again, if you guys are looking for some upbeat music, this will get you pumping, man. I made the mistake of driving to work on this thing one day. I looked down and it was on Concord, which is a nice long strip of road here around where I'm at. Looked down, I was doing like 85. I was like, oh, and it was like a 40. I was like, no, I can't. I gotta be careful.
Beer Cake says credits to push CPU horses to the auction. I don't think we're going to do that. I think if anything, it would be BPs. No.
Yeah, you know what? Again, all that stuff. Again, I hate to be that guy, but yeah,
do it.
We have so many little nuanced things right now for quality of the game, and then once we get to that point, we can talk all kinds of crazy shit. But yeah, we gotta get the back end solid before, and it's getting there. Like I said, Frank can verify we're this close. We should be all VB in the next couple of months. I think
we are. Mike's doing a fantastic job. I'm dragging ass on this XML thing because I haven't gotten back to it. But
it's not easy.
No, but I've also been getting my ass kicked at work. But the Mike is kicking ass right now. So if we can do it, I would say. I mean, best case scenario, at least in my opinion, would be June. But I'd say worst case scenario, maybe August, September. So yeah. I think we're making really, really good progress, and we're almost about there. And then you'll start seeing massive changes when we get to the website. So
yeah, the website will be fun. That's when you guys are going to hate me for a little while, and then you'll love me. I'm hoping because yeah, it's it'd be like the lease part, which I know is a little janky here and there, but that part is actually in Python, and I do this kind of like razzle dazzle. But I'll probably try to work some stuff into the current game. Some of it may be a little less than fun. Maybe you might be like, I like the old stuff better. Like, I know you like it better for now, but we have to rewrite it in Python. So it'll take time. But I think all in all, slow but sure, we're going to get there. I mean, this has been the priority. And having Frank, pick up a lot of the pieces and help me along is, I'm not sitting here with my thumb up my ass. It doesn't sound like a very appealing time anyway. But even if it did, I'm avoiding that. I'm avoiding that avenue and actually really trying to give you guys some new stuff.
I'm working them to the bone. I just let them out of the basement for the streams. That's all. We got, let's see, Magoo says, can we get some different cards like take any horse from the auction for $1 million sim bucks or pick a rival?
That's actually an interesting. You know what? Not yet. I like that though. I like kind of these wild card cards. That's actually kind of fun. So yeah, I mean, again, not yet. But no, you've got me smiling. I like that idea. Something like that, where you do some wild stuff. Like, if we really want to start dicking people, steal a horse from another trainer.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, because we won't get some hate mail for that shit. I'll quit, Mike. I get cussed out daily as it is.
No, we can make people something where they have to sign up for it. So if you get the card where you can steal a horse from another trainer, you have to like open your stable up so your horses can be stolen or something, and like it only like certain horses, and then somebody gets the card, and then you go to your stable and you're like, what happened to my horse? And Sabbath's over there with a new fucking Tappet horse laughing his ass off and be like, that's your fault, man.
Oh yeah, I already see the hate mail, dude.
That's just literally me begging to ruin your life, isn't it?
Yep, that's a surefire way to get my ass out of the game.
Yeah, when you start seeing like some real shit quality of life changes for Frank, you know what I'm trying to do. Yeah, Frank's getting on my nerves, man.
Trying to kick my ass out of the dev room here. Let's see. So y'all are doing great with these comments, by the way. So Beer Keg says, couldn't you just use GGGG algorithm or higher to generate the two CPU T rolls?
I mean, we can do a whole lot of things, but yeah, initially, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I want to kind of keep the code as close to, put it this way, I want the game to operate as close as it can while fixing the back end. And then once we look at, I mean, there may be another day where cards, like Frank says, that whole structure changes.
Yep.
But really, the card distribution percentages are baked in. I can fix that and jack it up so you guys get better cards real quick. And part of that's going to be, though, before I do that, because you know what happens if I do that before I limit the cards, because then I'll limit the cards, and people go, why'd you limit my cards? I'll be like, well, I gave you better cards. Like, I still want all my cards. So it's got to be at the same time.
Skippy says, this horse ran twice on the same day. Once, yeah, that's the horse we were talking about, Skip. We're aware of it.
There's more than one. I think there's one that ran a few times in a day once.
Oh, this one sticks out because that was the one that Rathbeard gave me this morning.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's a few.
Beer Keg, you trash me for sending good horses to the CPU. I just like to see them haunt other trainers in hot races. So there you go. If you lose a hot race, it's Beer Keg's fault because he's a dickhead.
That's right. Yeah,
he's fantastic. We need more competition in this game.
Yeah,
that's what we're working towards. I mean, honestly, the game is super competitive right now. We were having this conversation on the forum, but the game is from a buying perspective, even, right? And it's always like people always overpay on sires early in the year, right? And then what they do is, as time dwindles on, and they run out of stock, they tend to slow down on the sire purchases. But as far as racing is concerned, I'm gonna throw Padre Bry out here because he's my whooping boy on this one. But Padre Bry has had more horses lose with a 120 plus speed figure than anybody else I've ever seen. And I feel so bad for him because he's doing a damn good job placing his horses. He just always seems to run into somebody else who has not a much better, but a horse that's a little bit better and is also placed well. So it's we're in a very, very unique scenario right now where the top is literally the cream. Like there's not much room for error at the top right now. Like there used to be a lot of room for error. Yeah. Like even like 4 years ago. Now there's like nothing. If you ain't got it, you ain't winning. So that's the best way I can explain that. But we'll go ahead and go to Brundlefly's question, where I just lost it. I think with Sabbath on, the last giveaway of the day should be an ABBA horse, ABBA.
I'm not against that.
Let's do it.
I love that.
Oak Ridge has a question for Sabbath. He says, Sabbath, what do you consider to be your greatest sim accomplishment, and what is something you still wish to accomplish?
I don't know. I got 2 grade 1 winners from the last years from one of my mares.
Oh, cool.
Who also was the grade 1 winner. And one of the horses gave birth to a grade 1 winner. So I have 3 generations of grade 1 winners.
Damn.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It was one of the original mares, that High Cousin, if someone remembers her. I still haven't won the Arc, the Derby. I still haven't won many of the races, actually.
Not many people do. That's the problem.
I mean, to be fair, Dan Given, who I know we reference a lot, he's he's one of the better trainers in the game, and he always has Derby runners, and he just won his first Derby last year. So
that was his first Derby?
I believe so, unless I'm completely off base on that. But I remember, I somewhat remember, because my memory is shit these days. But I remember that he lost his mind in chat, and he was going, But he was going.
Dan was lathered up.
Yeah.
I actually think I have the slowest Kentucky Bluegrass Derby runner.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a prize for that. It's, it's a G card.
I think it's still the slowest, actually. It was a sprinter, but I didn't know it at the time. It was a sprinter, but it was really.
I'm gonna guess again, like Frank was saying. I'm gonna guess that was pretty early on because I know it gets pretty competitive getting those slots now.
Yeah, yeah. It was the first. It was the first Bluegrass Derby.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very tough now, man. It's even the I mean the Derby preps aren't very difficult to get into, but the actual Derby itself, like if you don't have, I think we spec'd it out to like, and thank you to Beer Keg for this. Will be the rare time I commend him, but I think he spec'd it out to a grade 1 win, an allowance win, and a stakes win is really what you need in order to get into the Derby. Although last year was a little bit of an aberration, mainly because we had a lot of horses get in that didn't have the grade 1 win. We had actually, I think, 4 horses that got in without it. Yeah, so I got to go back and look it up. But typically, it's the grade 1 win plus the allowance plus the stakes win. So
yeah.
All right, where are we at? Squirrel's got a suggestion. Says set a deadline to use any cards, then just blank everyone out and start over from scratch on the new platform. It's possible.
Yeah, yeah, and again, I'm not. I love the cards, so I think the cards are fun. I just don't like the way that they're distributed now. But I don't want them to go away completely. But I have to figure out, either way.
UK woman, I don't want to breed the G's. All right.
Nobody does.
Except Beer Keg.
I take that back. A lot of people do.
Beer Keg does. I think Vizzy breeds the G's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We slowed that down quite a bit, thankfully.
Welcome, Maddie. Go ahead, Sam.
I think Beer Keg's favorite song is "Staying Alive" with Breed G's.
The Breed G's.
Come on.
Or Beer Keg's nothing but a G thing for Beer Keg. That's what it is for him. Oh, let's see.
You know what? We're tickling his G spot right now.
Oh, that's the perfect Beer Keg reference, especially since all of his horses are named after porn stars. Let's see. Beer Keg with a quick redeem. All ample common was added. That was huge. Still get to flip the better cards with fingers crossed for A's. Yeah. We're not opposed to it. We're not opposed to leaving the system the same way in some respect, but it's gotta, from a architectural and an infrastructure standpoint, it's gotta make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the big thing. And you guys don't mess with the back end, and it's no fun. Trust me, you don't want any part of it. But yeah, it's just it's a quality versus quantity issue. It's like if you can get the same quality and reduce a lot of the work on the server and storage and auditing, etc., then that's kind of where we want to go with things like that.
I love so these next 3 comments are fantastic. It's Beer Keg. I just flipped ED. Is this a soft jab? And Spin says practically flaccid kegger. Not something I would have expected out of Spin, but
I know Spin's coming in hot today.
Coming in hot. I respect it. And then we got Jana who says, Mike, we don't hate you ever. We only hate Frank. It's fair.
Fair enough.
It's fair.
I'll take it.
That's my job.
Honestly, I'm the guy that usually deserves a hate. You'll never hear me say a bad word about Frank. He really has I think not to get mushy on the stream, but we were talking too much about sex. Now we'll talk about love. I love having Frank help me with the game because he's freed me up to write code again, which you guys are going to appreciate. I know you're not seeing much of it yet, but trust me, this is the stuff that has been keeping me up at night for years. And concern about how's this going to happen if this happens in the back end of the game? How are we going to recover from that? How am I going to resolve that? And just him kind of running block for me. And more than that, I mean, he started the streams. He was bringing a lot more personality back to the game, where I just kind of went and hid in a hole because I was I had a little bit of PTSD, I think, from all the years of trying to run the game, and Frank is coming in and and it's hard to do the code and the front end all together, and he's really freed me up to focus a lot on the code, and it's going to make a big difference in a year or two.
Just drag me through the mud. That's it. I'm all for it. I'm Mike's bulletproof vest right now. So whether you shit on me live on Twitch or in the forum or on the chat, it's all the same to me.
I mean, we talk about what Beer Keg talks about. You get shit live on stream. I don't think nobody would see that.
Yeah, no, it's been great though. It's been fun. We have a good time. Everybody here is super cool. I mean, yeah, there's the occasional outburst and somebody shits all over me or not even just me, but just the game in general. Or loses their mind or whatever over something stupid that can be fixed relatively easy. But again, there's always going to be those folks that fly off the handle. It's gaming. That's the way it works.
It's a competitive game too. So I mean, there's going to be those situations where even you're going to catch even the best person on a bad day sometime.
Yep,
I mean, I turned into a
100%.
Karen on the phone about 9 months ago over a domain name, and after I did it, I felt just awful because I was wrong. And after I was done, I was like, "What was I thinking?" And I'm not that guy, but I was just like, it caught me on a really weird day. I talked to my parents, and they're a lot to deal with, and I was in a piss poor mood. And next thing I know, I was pissing on somebody else, and that's just not the way to be. But it happens, and we understand that it's a game.
Yeah.
And the fact, two things. First off, the fact we know that's going to happen. Second off, the fact that there's passion in the game is a good thing. People actually care. So.
And again, this is one of the more solid player bases that I've ever been a part of. The community here is super helpful. Everybody's really, really nice for the most part, and super understanding, right? Like if something doesn't go somebody's way and they have a gripe or whatever, they come to myself or Mike or whoever in the sim. They're usually pretty respectful about it, which is not something you typically find over the internet or with gamers. So it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
The players are really grateful for all the work you do, so we really enjoy it.
Well, we appreciate it.
We do, 100%. So we're here for the long haul. We're trying to get there, and hopefully we build within at least the next 2 years. We build a much more robust, better game than we had in the last 20.
Yeah, and then the thing I'm really excited to see is when we get there, and I think I've mentioned this before on stream, is I've never even tried to push the game. You won't see it advertised. I actually kind of don't want people to know about it. I kind of like it being word of mouth because the infrastructure has historically been very fragile because I had to run it on a shoestring budget. But now with cloud computing and the opportunities Frank's affording me to rewrite things properly, it's becoming available to do things a lot cheaper and a lot more robust. And once we get there, I'd love to get a bigger player base.
No more band-aids on gunshot wounds. We're
absolutely not.
We're getting we're sewing them up now. So
no more VB and eventually no more ASP Classic, and then we'll be shitting in high grass. Is my
exactly. Oh, Maddie says I
don't know who wants to do that. Just seems scratchy. Seems like an all-around bad time, but whatever.
Hey, shitting in high grass. Maybe that's the highlight of somebody's day. You never know. It's better than doing it in low grass, apparently. I look forward. Maddie says I look forward to when Mike and Frank have to wake at 4 a.m. for Twitch. Make us do it.
I'll do it.
Make us do it. Give us a reason. There'll
be like 13 people in here, and everybody will be pissed off.
Oh yeah. Nobody from America is gonna be here. That's for damn sure. We got Jono says Frank wouldn't do that. Don't be crazy. Hi Frank. Indeed. Get my stand-in. Let's see. We got Beer Cake says you're completely off base, but also correct that being Dan's first Derby winner. All right, well there you go. I'm half right all the time, as my wife would tell me.
I think you're gonna win the Bluegrass Derby this year, actually, Frank.
You think I'm gonna win it? I don't even have a horse.
Yeah, you got one really good horse. Full Release, it's called.
That's right. Or I'm still blowing, or I'm blowing it, or whatever the other one was that you sent me. Because I'm a stupid ass, and I said stupid things on stream, and I have horses now that will live in that remind me of it every single day that I see them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sabbath. I appreciate that. I was blowing it, I think is the name of the horse. Yeah. Oh, brutal. Beer Cake says 148 is a lock for the Derby. Yep. 132 was the floor last year. Yep. Oak Ridge. On the topic of the Bluegrass Derby, is there any thought of revamping the point system for races to emulate real life more? I know it's difficult to account for player purchase races, but I think we can get to a less imperfect system for eligibility.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. Before even the Kentucky Derby had it, I had Derby lock prep races before the Kentucky Derby did, and I had a point system before the Kentucky Derby did.
I was going to say,
So as far as I'm concerned,
we
maybe
talked
they're
about
copying
it.
off us. Yeah.
Well, we also talked about it offline too, right? And we talked about making it so that only specific races became earned you points for
Yeah.
certain. So basically, like creating a circuit, so to speak. Um, it
Yeah.
gets very very dicey though in the environment that we have right now. So it's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, the one thing about, even though, the argument's going to be it's imperfect, I don't disagree, but nothing is perfect. I know with like horse of the year, there's always somebody that feels like they got a little bit on the wrong end because like, see, my horse ran this and this and this. At the end of the day, usually the best in the Derby, usually the best 16, at least the best 16 horses. If you pick the best 16 horses out of any cross section of the game, they made it into the Derby. Now we're talking, it's kind of like the last few horses, and it's a point system. But the one thing that is true, every player has the exact same rule set and they know exactly how to get in the Derby. They know what it requires to get in the Derby. It can be difficult if you bred a horse late, but at the same time, it's that way in real life, and not in real life anymore because shit. I mean,
there's
real life is
not very
crazy.
many
But
horses anymore in real
it's
life.
honestly, yeah, it's honestly more competitive to get a horse in our Kentucky Derby than it is in the real Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
So, from a numbers standpoint. So yeah, but everybody, the good thing about imperfect systems though is if they're consistent. And the one thing, at least about the current system, it is consistent. It lends itself well to dirt, turf, routes, sprints, long races. And is there a better system? Maybe, and maybe we get more points, like we said. Maybe more Derby lock preps. Maybe we raise the, maybe we make the purse do like we did with Horse of the Year and raise the purse up and make purse on. There may be a better way to do it, but as of right now, the good news is it's.
I actually think
We
you
still got a
solved
lot
it,
more.
to be honest. And
What's that?
I mean, basically giving more points for the Derby preps, right? Like,
Yeah.
identifying more of them. I think not long ago it was Trotter who posted the Derby, basically the real life Derby schedule as far as like where the point system works and how it works. Simply doing that might actually give us, or just mimicking that and upping the points for those certain races might actually just achieve the goal that we're trying
Yeah,
to do.
you know what? I've seen their.
I don't necessarily
I-
agree with the whole
yeah,
thing.
I'm not.
just
I'm not
saying.
mimicking theirs because at that point, what'll happen? And this is the problem with chasing the ace on this stuff. Okay, is if I try to mimic what happens in real life and they change it slightly next year,
Oh yeah.
I have to change mine slightly next year, and then you're like, well, I was basing my entire operation on my 2-year-old operation on being ready for a 3-year-old race, and so yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
you
I'm
gotta
not
be
saying
careful.
that. That's not
Yeah.
what I mean. I'm saying if we were the ones who were carefully selecting certain races
Yeah.
that applied in certain,
Yeah, and I'm good with that.
that's more or less what I was referencing.
Yeah.
Not that we had to mimic what the Kentucky
Yeah.
or what Kentucky does.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's realistic for us to mimic something that's dynamic and can change from year to year, right? I mean, I think folks are more interested in us coding new features and getting things added into the game as opposed to trying to catch up and do. I mean,
Yeah.
we do all the catching up for with breeding at the end of the year as it is, and that takes months.
Yeah.
Imagine doing
Yeah.
it for racing. That would
Yeah, and that's why you see with the races, we don't even try for the most part from our side to mimic the real races. What I do is I look at the biggest races. Frank looks at the biggest races. I try to sync them up within a week or two of each other in real life. I try to get them on the same day.
Yep.
But then from like if you're like talking a grade 2 in Australia, I don't care. I really don't. If you're talking a grade 2 in New York, I don't care. I mean, we have to. It's really hard. And not only that, I mean, shit, when I go at the end of the year and I start looking up when races are carded for the upcoming year in real horse racing grade 1, sometimes they don't even have them carded yet.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing too, right, is think about how it works in real life. There's hundreds of thousands of people who, are part of these like scheduling decisions, and for every, when I say hundreds of thousands, I mean globally. I'm not saying in one specific region, but I'm saying there's a lot of people involved in the process of doing the schedules and everything else. And right now it's just me and Mike. So, and that's why it gets a little bit dicey, especially with the greatest schedule, although we did add a shit ton this year. And we're trying to get to that point where like we know that the Aussies are very much involved on the sprint circuit, right? Like that's their go-to. That's where a lot of their grade 1 wins happen. And And the game historically has not been super nice to the sprints, but going forward, it should be. I mean, again, we added a shit ton of stuff here, so granted, the purses are still regulated to be more beneficial to race at the classic distances, because ultimately that's what everybody is trying to accomplish, right? The Kentucky Derby, the Breeders' Cup, the Belmont, the Arc. That's ultimately where we believe at least the big money should lie, purse wise. So, but it's a task.
No, I'm not against changing it. I'm not against changing that. It won't happen this year. Probably won't happen next year. But yeah, I mean, as far as I would definitely look into updating updating how it's carded. But at the same time, the one thing I want to try to make it consistent, and not only consistent is like, I like that you can earn your way into it with, if we have like too many points and people hyper focus on races, but then somebody's what happens if there's a couple of grade 1 races or a couple of grade 2 races, and the guy, he's done nothing but win, but he didn't race in one of the big races, well, then it's like he should have raced in the big race. But either way, it's tough, but we'll look at it.
I mean, there is a damned if you do, damned if you don't approach, right? Like, we're damned if we do, because if we go, like Mike said earlier, if we go like race by race by race by point system, then we're required to match it year after year, and God knows what's going to change in horse racing from one year to the next.
Yeah, I'll give you a great example. It's not a perfect example, but it's a decent enough example. It's like, things happened during COVID and races were canceled, at the beginning of COVID. What would happen if, let's just say, for instance, that all of a sudden a big race that's on that calendar changed or got canceled for one reason, or a track shut down unexpectedly? Do I remove that from my races? Because they're going to have to remove it from the Derby races, but then the players will be like, but your track didn't shut down. The real life track shut down, but you can still race the race in the game because it's a game. And I'd be like, I'm mimicking reality. And they'd be like, I did not like that. Right. So it's sometimes chasing reality is the worst thing you can do, because reality can be a problem.
So I think the best way to put this too is like, we do shoot for realism, right? Obviously realism is number one, but it's also a game. So it's also a game. It's got to be fun. It's got to be like there for people to, want to take part in, and again, it's got to make sense, I guess, at the end of the day.
And I think consistency too, I think is one thing that we've tried to do. Stay consistent with racing. I think we missed. Did I miss a week? I think when I converted the game over to the new version, I think I had to press pause for a week. But
I think we lost Mr. Mike. Internet's cutting out.
Oh.
Well, Sabbath, you and I might be short on time here, because if he cuts out, then we're on his link. So,
okay.
But I'll see if I can get you another one over. I'll start a new chat and see if I can get you one. I'll just drop it in Slack.
Okay.
Excuse me, but we'll keep it going here, because I think Mike's probably still talking, even though he's frozen.
He's back.
Oh, he's back!
I actually heard everything.
Oh, I bet you did. I bet you did, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
But now, I could see myself, and I could actually see you guys, but for some reason, you guys are like,
you cut full out. You were out, so.
Huh. Okay.
But yeah, that's the answer for the Derby question.
And they answered. We drug that dog around the block, but at the end of the day, we're not against changing it.
No.
But we want to be careful. We just want to be consistent, because consistency is an undervalued component of the game, I think.
Let's see. S. Rimble says, if we're rolling cards up, it takes a lot of time to get cards to the top, and you need multiple SP. Just getting rid of them wouldn't be fair. I don't think we were talking about getting rid of them like blindly. No. And even if we were to do that, we would reward the player base with whatever we replaced it with. So, I think I'd like to believe we've earned enough credit now to say something, or to say that, we always take care of the player base. Yeah. Sabbath may disagree, but
I try, and I think the one thing I want to let people know in the streams, and I hope I've alleviated this, and I think most people realize I'm not out here to, I've removed all advertising from the game. Players can, purchase races and purchase credits, but I'm not out here actively begging, and I'm not forcing people to do anything. I really do think the player base, I appreciate the player base, and I want you guys to have a good experience regardless of how you play it. I don't ever want to be that guy that it shitifies the game just for the sake of being an asshole or just because I'm, I'll need to feel like I make a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money. I know horse racing. I know gaming. There's not a lot of money to be made here. I do it because I love it and I want you guys to feel like you guys are getting, the best experience possible. So when I make decisions, I'll always try. Sometimes you may disagree, but I'll always try to at least be fair about them and make them in your favor. I don't want to take anything.
Indeed. Mike is infamous for that too, by the way, because there's been a lot of suggestions that have come in from a lot of different avenues to change things around and to not to make things more expensive in certain ways or charge the player base basically for certain aspects, and he just doesn't do it. So it's more or less most 99% of it is given away for free, which is not something that you're going to see. I mean, granted, we do limit certain aspects at a certain point, but that's just because the paying players need to, reap those benefits.
Yeah, and I know the online viewer, there's some limitations to that, but that was kind of like an EB because it did cost me $25,000 to get that thing written, and that thing didn't write itself. So
no, it didn't. Let's see.
I paid for that while I was between after I quit my job too. So yeah, not fun.
Oh, let's see. Padre says, I can't believe there's actual complaining about cards. Remember when we didn't get them at all? They are a total freebie. Don't look at a gift horse in the mouth. It's a very good way to look at it. Same thing with BPs, by the way. Let's see. Skippy says, I have long noticed that horses always seem to run at lower speeds overall in big races like the Derby, Breeders' Bowl, etc. Why? I don't know that that's entirely true.
Yeah.
It could be bad placings. That's the best thing I can think of.
And it could be the other thing is too is that the horses do have somewhat of a class factor, and if the field overall is classy, some horses aren't going to be up to the task. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's a fair way to put it. So, Sabbath, do you have any thoughts, anything on something, or I guess any aspects as far as like the card system as a whole? Like, is there anything that you'd like to see differently? Being a longtime player, I mean, you've been there from the start all the way to the end, or not the end, but till now. Is there anything that you'd like to see done differently?
Oh, I think it's really good, and the changes Mike is talking about might be equally good or better.
Okay.
Actually.
Fair
enough. I don't know if maybe a more of a wild card you were talking about, like.
Yeah. Steal the horse's player. Still.
The wild card. Can you imagine somebody stealing Dan or Lenny's horses? The amount of I would have to block phone numbers. Oh, let's see. We got NY Cowboy. If you have a grade 2-year-old, definitely no a chance on the Derby. That's not true. Let's see. Whoa, that says spin that fucking wheel. We don't operate on the spin that fucking wheel. There's a different terminology we use here. What's that terminology there? Sabbath, I think it's time. I think what's the terminology?
Is it?
Join. No.
You know what? Give away something. We'll let them join. All
right. Okay. I got a couple of more comments. I don't want to lose track of. So let me read these real quick, and then we'll
there's like 50 people in the chat, and there's keep commenting. That's why we're not spinning.
I know. I can't get caught up. You guys are keeping everything. You're keeping us busy. So fuck it. I'll come back to the comments. We'll go ahead and we'll spin the wheel.
We got to do join first. We'll do a join.
Oh, we're doing a raffle. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do one raffle, and then we'll do some.
All right! Exclamation point! Join.
Right.
Can I join?
You can join in. Fuck it.
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's all through Twitch.
Join the spin.
Yeah, join in. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at right now. What am I looking? Oh, that's the e-test case. Okay.
Don't fuck around with that. That's a hot mess of the stable.
E-test.
How many epicenters did I have in there? Like 20.
It fucking pains me every time I have to go in there and breed a horse or give a sire share. Or no, breed a horse particularly because I got to scroll through all the goddamn epicenters.
I don't know how that happened.
I do. All right, let's see. We're almost done. Is the raffle done yet? It is
Yes.
done. Mighty Forgo wins.
Here we go.
Congratulations, Mighty Forgo.
I don't normally do this, but let me see if I can do this. I'm going to share a screen. I want to show you guys what we're talking about. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Look at all those epicenters, boys.
Hold on. Let me pull this down. There you go.
What?
Look at all those epicenters, boys.
So if you guys
What is that?
if you didn't know, Epicenter's a pretty good sire that Mike is trying to hoard. So go buy him.
It's absolutely not true. It's absolutely not true. But I mean, he's not off. But I don't know how I ended up with him. It's one of those things where e-test has been well documented. Some wonky stuff happens in that stable, hence the name Test Case. The Test Case stable was my original stable, that and Bill Gulch. And somehow or another, that turned from a test stable into a good stable. So I'd moved over to e-test case, which is where all the craziness happens. So yeah, if you ever see weird stuff happening in e-test case, I'm usually testing something like Epicenter having, 20-some fucking shares.
So So I was going to say, I know Mighty Forgo won, right? He won the raffle. I don't know what the fuck he won. What did he win?
I'll give him a couple B cards.
About
2 B cards.
Give him the ABBA.
I'm not giving him that, man. He's shit.
No, the ABBA. Just breed a horse, ABBA.
Oh, I can do that. That's actually a really good gift. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll breed one right now.
Yeah, so he gets the ABBA, Sabbath's favorite band. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to change his name, and we're gonna have to change your name in the sim to ABBA.
ABBA.
20 years later, we get him on ABBA.
I really like ABBA actually. They're really
No
great
shitting
band.
on him. They're super talented. Absolutely.
You know, I don't know that I've ever heard an ABBA song.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I gotta Google an ABBA song right now.
You have definitely heard an ABBA song.
Give me an ABBA song I've heard.
Dancing Queen.
Oh yeah, I've heard an ABBA song then.
That's different, dog.
That's a different type of ABBA. I was not ready for it. All right.
That's different, dog.
Okay.
But the way Mike was hoarding Epicenter, that's like what I do when I buy sires. Like some years I have 20 sire shares, like 20% of all the horses I breed are from the same sire. Like I had it with the Heart's Cry, for example.
There's nothing wrong with that, and again, Heart's Cry he's a Japanese sire, right? So more likely than not that he was on the higher side.
One of you bastards during this stream bred Mongolian Metallica, and I'm straight up not happy about it.
Oh, claps in the chat for chat. Good job.
Who did that?
That's got to be somebody did it. My money's on Beer Keg, but that's awesome. So congratulations
The odds on it being Bear Keg is really low, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's blocked from breeding right now. He's getting the gerbil.
Oh, the damn gerbil! It's a guinea pig.
Oh, sorry. The guinea pig. I apologize. It's better than getting the granny though. The granny's just ruthless. Let's see. Okay, so Mighty Forgo, we're giving away the ABBA horse.
I'm just doing it right now. It's getting bred.
Okay. No, I'm marking it down so that I know.
Okay.
Which is A card /B.
Processing.
B
This could take a while.
A card.
Yeah.
Well, knowing your code, it probably does. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That was just
You can fuck right off.
I sure as hell will. Okay, so we got we're gonna spin the damn wheel. What are we giving away, Sabbath? You tell me.
Are we going to start with some mares and sires? Maybe.
Yeah.
Up to you, man. You are running the show.
You're running the show.
Yeah.
This is your barbecue, baby. We're just here to eat.
One of the mares is actually the mother of one of the horses I gave to you, Frank.
Which mare is that?
Avignon or something.
Oh, Tete Avignon out of Authorized. Yep.
Yeah.
Full release, Leontes. Okay,
Yes.
Authorized Stormcat, Wheatley Hall. I like it. So, we're gonna just spin the wheel as per normal?
So is this actually like an unraced horse, or what is this? I'm just curious.
No.
Is it like a mare share?
No. I'm gonna breed a sire to the mare that he gave us. So
I gotcha.
So what he did is he put the mares in the leasing, and I bought the mares off of him using an ETSK. So that's
Look at that.
See that? So
you guys coordinated something behind my back. I'm feeling a little left out.
Well, you're on a need to know basis. So so that's what happens when you put me in charge of the money, Mike. So in other words, I just gave Sabbath a shit ton of BPs to give us some mares and whatnot. So again, if somebody's interested in joining us live, there are benefits. Also, we give away credits if you join us live. So if you're interested in hopping on here and making a fool of yourself, or just making fun of me and Mike, we're all for it.
Start with spinning the wheel who wins the horse, and then spinning the wheel for the sire.
All right, let me do this.
Who won the join? Who gets the ABBA horse?
Mighty Forgo.
Okay, I'll read the. I haven't read the. I don't even know what the breeding is yet. So I'm going to see what the breeding is, so everybody will know what they missed out on.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I just want to read out the names here because I know we got 50 plus people, and I haven't really actually read the names in a minute. So
we got ourselves a Frankel.
Ooh, fantastic!
Wow.
I bet I bet that's a B horse, isn't it, Mike?
Oh, what, Frankel? No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Frankel hard spun sensational. So that's not bad.
All right. So we got Agent O, Amir, Baggio, Beer Keg, Bizalls, Book Hockey, Brundlefly, Sea Dog, Chips for You to See, Croft, Daniel, Dingo, Dockman, Dunville, Epicenter for All, which I guess will breed an epicenter to this if that wins. FL Rancho, Flying Spur for All. All right, we're going to delete that one because nobody's getting Flying Spur. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that curse. Fox on Rancho, Gurky, Glenmore, Hack, Hippica, Jono, JRM, J. Rodney G, J. West, Kidman, Kimuggle, King Abs, Kirby, Cody, L. Bailey, LBC Stables, Ledwith, Lucky Rabbi, Magoo, Mighty Forgo, NA Skippy, Next Bonus, NY Cowboy, Oak Ridge, Padre, Pato, Rick, Rob, Scooby, Sabbath picks the winner, Sea Cadet, Shag Farm, Smithy, Spin Round, Squirrel, S. Rimmel, Stahl Brabant. I think I said that right that time. Super Taffy, 10 Point, UK Woman, V-Man, Woet, Wrathbeard. That's it.
How about this? And this will be easy since we're giving out credits anyway. How about a place on the wheel that if it pops up, we give an extra 100 credits to everybody in the chat.
Okay,
today.
I'm down.
Because we got to do it anyway. So I mean, this is just kind of a bonus. So
plus
Santa Claus
100 credits. Santa Mike.
Yeah, just call it Santa Mike. Don't
it.
use the plus sign. You might fuck something up. I don't know how good this code is.
Santa Mike.
Just put 100 credits.
So Santa Mike, we'll just go 100
Have a
credits.
don't put spaces.
We
this
know
whole thing's fucked up.
I know what it means. All right, I'll just leave it at that.
I just want to make sure it doesn't get split when it goes on the wheel.
Your unsureness has made me very weary of putting spaces in special characters. So
and you put a fucking space in it.
Did I? Oh, I did. Hold on, I'll fix it. Sorry. Whoops. Frank is an idiot. Per usual. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin the damn wheel. Pray it lands on Santa Mike. Everybody gets 100 creds, and then we spin again.
Sounds good.
Because
everybody gets 100 extra credits, and they're going to get awarded with the typical. So yeah, we're not giving away right now.
No. You'll probably get them tomorrow because I usually do the credits the following day. So
yeah,
you'll get 500 credits at the minimum unless Santa Mike comes through.
Getting close to the Sabbath picks winner. I think I'm a little behind, but that's all right. I can't tell.
I can't. I'm not online actually. Can I go online?
Oh, the name I can't say one. Stahl Brabant. Fantastic. You win the mare. Stahl Brabant. Which was, you win this mare here. Tete. How do you say that? A-U-V. Yes.
Yeah, you went a breeding to that mare. So
here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the other wheel now for the sires. And we're going to spin the sire wheel here. What I'm going to ultimately do here is I need a second to code because I'm half dumb. And I didn't do this ahead of time. Shit. I know I have code.
Got a taffy picks, a spin picks, a go zapper.
All right, here we go. We need active equals yes. I knew I had code saved.
Nobody wants me to pick. You know what you're going to get.
And that
You're getting an episode.
greater than or equal to 10. Oh, my code bombed. Why did it bomb?
There's an authorized horse that won a hurdle race at Kempton today.
There we go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to get all this copied and into the...
You good, brah?
Got 240 sires to choose from.
Damn.
And it doesn't want it. There it goes. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right, here we go. So somebody's winning something here to breed. That's going to get bred to that horse. Or to Sabbath's mare. And it is going to be... Practical Joke. Not too shabby.
Not shabby.
Stahl Brabant wins Tete Auvergne with Practical Joke.
That's good. She's a dirt mare.
Oh, fantastic. So we'll move that off to the side. Fantastic there. I'm going to let you guys talk it up a minute because I gotta piss like a racehorse. I'll be right back.
All right. So, let's think. What are we going to talk about? We can always talk about more music here. Now, yeah, you have a band. Now, do you still play? Let everybody know how your band's doing, Jerry.
We're doing okay. We're not popular. That's our goal. And we're recording a new album. So tomorrow we're gonna record solo guitars.
Oh, cool.
And in a couple of weeks we're gonna record vocals, and it's gonna be a better album than the ones before.
Okay, that's ambitious. Usually albums get worse from bands. So look at the confidence. I love it. Oozing confidence.
We're worse from the beginning, you know.
So do you have a link or anything to any music you would like to share? Your Facebook page or Bandcamp or anything? Bandcamp would be great.
I'm gonna send a link to a video.
Okay. You wanna just drop it in the Twitch, or you wanna drop it in the Zoom chat and have me drop it in the Twitch? Whatever.
No, I'll drop it in the
cool.
chat.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
There you go.
all right, let me see.
It's our ballad.
You have a ballad? Nice.
No.
All right. I'd love to play this live on the stream, but I'm not even gonna pop. I'm not even starting that. So, that'll get us popped.
I actually can't see Frank's screen.
Oh, yeah. Right now, Frank's just chairs there. Do you see like?
No, but with the wheel, like his desktop.
Oh, if you look at the Twitch, it'll be on the Twitch. You can't see it on Zoom, but if you watch it on Twitch, we're a couple seconds behind because of a delay. But yeah, when he's on Twitch, it's like right now. If you look over at Twitch, you'll see like he's got a. You can see one of your, like a screen full of old videos or something.
I see it.
Yeah, so when he spins the wheel, that's where it'll pop up.
Yeah.
What happened? What am I doing?
Nothing. We were just talking about how we were explaining that the wheel's not in the zone line.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't have the wheel up at the moment, but all right. So what are we doing next, boys?
It's up to Sabbath, man. Me at Waters. Now that you're back in control.
Give those mares away, you know.
Give them away. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we got Tete Fatiha is going next.
Yeah.
All right. And we're just gonna spin the wheel. Is that how we're doing this?
Yep.
Woo! We're off.
Oh.
Here we go. You know what we should have done is we should have had you play live music on stream.
Let's not destroy this moment.
Dunville, baby. Dunville wins. Congratulations, Dunville.
Oh.
You're going to get this mare, and then let me let me get the other wheel so we can figure out what sire you're going to get. We're going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Actually, give me a number. How many times am I shuffling? 1 through 10.
3.
1, 2, 3, and spin that bitch. There we go. So this will be whatever sire comes through here.
We want the turf sire here.
Ooh, I think we got Munnings. Got Munnings.
Ooh.
Very good sire.
Yes.
Not turfy, but hey,
No.
we'll see what
That's
happens.
okay.
That's all right. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe he still produces a talented turf sprinter or talented turf miler, something to that effect.
The mare was more of a miler.
Oh, well, even better. So it might actually fit. So where is the other one? Do this. Okay, here we go.
Bodensee.
Bodensee from Dutch Art, underrated sire.
Yes, I used him a lot actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you had a lot of success with him.
Nah, not really actually.
No.
Not really.
Also, guys, I'm not ignoring chat at the moment, guys. We're getting caught up here. We're doing some prizes. We're getting
You're
things
not ignoring it.
situated.
You guys just start saying a damn
Yeah.
thing interesting.
No, they are. They have some questions in there.
I'm teasing you.
I am going to get back to it, Mike. Don't isolate the player base.
I know that was just like I'm so friendly now with the people. It's like I'm treating them like you, which you and I go at each other. We take each other to the paint. So I gotta be nicer to the player base. You're right.
No, I'm just kidding. Be a dick.
No, it's fair. That was a fair statement.
Be you.
That was a
Be you.
little harsh. I keyed people. I promise.
Oh, here we go. Who's winning? Who's winning the next mare?
Oh, Sabbath picks.
Oh, let it happen.
No.
No.
If Sabbath has to pick the winner,
No.
we're sending more hate to Sabbath.
Thank you.
Somebody put
Rick!
epicenter for all, and that's not going to happen if that comes up.
Rick 480. Here we go. Rick 480.
Great.
Just to warn everybody, if epicenter for all comes up, not everybody gives epicenter.
No, I'll tell you.
We'll spin the wheel 3 times for epicenter, but not everybody.
That's exactly. But if it comes up as epicenter for all on the 3 times that we spent, no, I'm just kidding. All right, so this is for Rick. Congratulations, Rick. You get Tete Bodensee. Did I say that right?
Close enough.
Kind of. It's German, I think.
All right. Well, is it actually Tete or is it TT?
Tete.
Success.
Oh, that's good.
That ain't bad at all. I mean,
The mare was a turfer for 10 furlongs, I think.
Okay.
I'll put it this way. Everybody says that there's not enough value sires in the game. We don't put bad sires on the wheel. I'll put it that way. We don't put G sires on the wheel. So take that with, take that however you want to take it. All right, so we got one more to give away. And then I know you have 4 that you want to give away to one person, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me, let's see. We got, who's the last one here? Is Tete Marta.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
She's by Sophony.
Oh, I actually haven't been showing them. I should probably show them. So this is Tete Fatia, which is Teofilio, Algebar, and Fapiano. It's not bad. It's unique. And then the other one was Tete Bodensee, Dutch Art. Oh, Galileo. Oh, fantastic. Galileo Deputy Minister. Okay.
Not bad.
Not too shabby. And then the last one here is Tete Marta, which is Zophany, Dubawi, and Storm. Man, you breed good. All right. Sabbath came to play.
Good.
Sabbath, you're a fantastic breeder, man. How do I get on your level?
Thank you.
It's just a genetic marvel over
Oh,
there.
he is. Man.
You just want to be in my movies.
Ooh, I don't know.
If you're offering, I'll sign. You just show me where. All right, we're gonna spin the wheel here. This will determine who wins the last mare from Sabbath, and then Sabbath has 4 mares he's gonna give away.
No, 3
Three. I'm sorry, three horses. I apologize. And then we'll do some sire shares, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, who's going where? Actually, we probably have to answer questions because there's still questions in the chat that I haven't answered.
That's fair.
Don't want to leave folks high and dry. Listen, if they're here for it, we're here for it. So.
Yeah, you know what? We've kept a solid 50 plus this stream. So Sabbath's bringing the pain in the middle of the day, man.
LBC Stables wins. Congratulations, sir.
Wow.
LBC Stables. And let me go ahead and spin the wheel here. How many times am I shuffling, Sabbath?
3 times.
1, 2, 3, spin. Mind you, there's like 200 and some odd sires on, or 240 on this. So we got.
I'm still a little miffed that somebody named a horse Mongolian Metallica. I'm kind of pissed about that, honestly.
Memas.
I'm gonna look you up, player. I want to know who bred that horse.
You're on my shit list. You're on my shit list. Memas. Congratulations. Very, very good. Very. Was Tete Marto? Was that that was Dubawi, right?
No, it was Sophony, I think.
Okay, turf sire though, or turf pedigree.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And the mare was a bit on the sprint side, so the sire is perfect.
All right, fantastic. So we're gonna get a little clever here. And
I'm gonna breed an epicenter horse while we're here, and I'm gonna give it away. It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna breed it to something.
Do it. Listen, we're all about leaving shit at the door and lighting it on fire. So let's do it. But Sabbath wanted to give away to something to somebody who's never won.
Yes.
So, real quickly here, if you've never won, did I do a raffle? Oh, I did. Okay, that's all right. I thought I did another one. That confused the shit out of me. Don't forget to spin the wheel for a prize horse. Spin the damn. Did you send me something, Beer Keg, and I'm just not aware of it? It's very possible. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Anyways, if you've never won in the chat, and when I say if you've never won, I'm not talking about the raffle. I'm not talking about trivia. I am talking about if you've never won on the wheel. If you've never won on the wheel, go ahead and from this point forward, fill out that link again and enter your stable. If you've never won, and if I catch you, if I know that you've won and I catch you, I will take your best tappet away. So be careful.
A lot of heavy threats going on here.
Oh yeah, we're throwing our weight around here on a Saturday.
Yeah. The horses I'm giving away, one is by Querari, the South African sire.
Oh, I got a horse by him actually.
One is by Real Steel, the Japanese sire.
Okay.
And one is by Leventse Lev, another Japanese.
Oh, fantastic.
And the mares are, well, they're pretty good. One is a grade 1 winner. One is a stakes winner. And the third one is stake placed.
Jono, I don't own a tappet. I've never won, Frankie. Well, that sucks for you, Jono. But I think you've won on the wheel before. What are we drinking today? We are drinking Trailbound. It is Asheville. So Asheville, Asheville, North Carolina. It's a craft brewery, hazy IPA. So that's what we're drinking today. If you can get it, it's pretty good. It's not bad. The one I had on Wednesday, I was a little disappointed in. The APV was pretty high, but I expected more haze out of it, and I did not get that. I got more IPA. So, not that I'm, again, apples to oranges there, but excuse me, it was all right. Let's see. What if you put someone else's name in the document? If you put someone else's name in the document, then I still steal the tappet. And I put it in the Francois Fort stable and go and win in the Derby and for the rest, for this year. And just kidding. Let's see. We got some new names here. We got some.
We'll make everybody's life miserable. We'll just give. We'll take your tap and give it to Dan.
There you go, or Lenny. We got Cody, J. Rodney G, NY Cowboy, Kidman, Kirby, UK Woman, V-Man. I know you've won.
Kirby's here.
V-Man's one on the wheel. Kirby was here last week or on Wednesday too. Yeah, I think first time.
Oh, okay, yes.
So
hey, Kirby.
Right now we got we got 1, 2, deleting you. Beer kegs getting deleted. Nice try, you son of a bitch. So this is going to be a special one, and I'm going clearly off of memory here, guys. But we're going to take Cody. Is like right now. I'll give you guys 1 more minute. But right now, I got 7 people who are about to be eligible for Sabbath's horses.
That's cool. Yeah, we almost everybody wins at some point around here. I
Yeah.
feel bad for the people that haven't.
Yeah, if you haven't won, send me a message, and chances are I'll send you something anyway. Don't do that, because that's a bad suggestion by me.
Oh, I thought it was really good actually.
You son of a bitch! Don't reinforce my bad decisions.
Oh, you know what? This horse I'm going to give away.
Not the worst looking animal.
Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge is one I know we haven't given away. I know we haven't given anything to Oak Ridge yet. That's one I'm going to add to the list. Let's see. Check out Pascal modeling the latest in the DerbyFever merch. What is this? Oh, fantastic.
What's going on?
I'm going to show this is Pascal wearing some merch.
Shit.
Congratulations. Or not congratulations. That's awesome right there. Is that the I know we let it fall by the wayside, the merch. We got to get back to it. We got to figure that out.
We do.
You know what? I'll figure it out this week. I got to I'll get with Padre and I think Jono. I got to talk to. But awesome. That's pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah, I need to. And I missed the opportunity. I actually saw it. I saw the opportunity to get some really good stickers from Sticker Mule, and I meant to get them, and they expired.
So there we go. We got Jeff. Oh shit! Why? Wait, what?
Jeff Robman.
Yep, Jeff Rodman. I am. Somebody's an asshole who put my name on the wheel, and then they also put test case. You sons of bitches. That's clever as hell, but I can respect it. Jeff Robin. All right, so we're going to cut it off there, ladies and gentlemen. I got a total of 9 of you, I believe. 8 or 9 of you. And we're going to cut this out here. So this is for the 3 horses that Sabbath is going to give away. We got Jeff Rodman, JRM, J. Rodney G. Kidman, Kirby, Cody, NY Cowboy, Oak Ridge, and UK Woman. So it's going to be down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 people, which means you have like
1 in 9 chance of winning, about 11%.
Oh,
exactly
A little over 11% if you want to get technical.
fantastical math, Mike. There we go. We're going to spin
That's
the
why
wheel.
I get paid the big bucks.
That's indeed why you get paid the big bucks and why
Oh, I like this wheel.
this wheel is easier to read. You see, the original wheel was created because we only thought 9 people would attend these Twitches, but
Yeah, we're up to. I know we can get over 60, but I know we can get to 60. I'm not sure if we can put
Oak
60 on my
Ridge!
wheel.
Congratulations, Oak Ridge. You're going to win the 3
Oh.
horses out of from Sabbath.
I'm gonna send the horses to Oak Ridge then.
Awesome.
All right.
So congratulations,
So, Oak
Oak Ridge.
If Oak Ridge wants them in another sable, I don't know who.
I would
if
just
Oak
send them
Ridge
to the
is,
master and be done with it. I wouldn't get that,
Yeah.
that technical, to be honest with you. Trust me, take it from experience.
Yeah, make it easy on yourself.
Yeah. So Oak Ridge wins 3 horses from Sabbath. And you know what we'll do, since I can't spell Sabbath right? We're going to go ahead and let me do this. Let's look it up. Let's look up these 3 horses. What are their names so that we can see them on stream?
The horses?
Yeah.
I posted links.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, then I'm fuck you guys. You guys figure it out then.
Hey, fuck you.
Sorry, I'm not posting shit. It's in the chat. Let's see. I 100% didn't type my name at DerbyFever. Who did me dirty? I don't believe you. That was that beer kick, by the way.
Is Oak Ridge 1, 2, 2, 3? Is that the master stable?
I don't know actually. I think it's
Well, let's
just.
see.
It might just be Oak Ridge. Hold on, let me see here real quick. View player.
I think Oak Ridge is gonna answer.
It's just Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge.
Yeah. Just Oak Ridge. All right. So Don't forget, Magoo says, don't forget to join Orphans and get a free chicken from Jono. Yep, he's giving chicken heads away. I got mine in the mail yesterday. Let's see. All right, I know I had some questions I got to get back to here real quick. And then we'll do some... UK Woman says, I think Dutch art recently just died. Well...
He's in the game.
I was going to say, he's in the game for the next year, so use him up.
Mark him in the wiki if you think about it is dead, so we can... We'll fix it next year.
Jono, Frank pissing like a racehorse out of a needle. Things have not been described better. Here we go. Man, you guys are getting flagged left and right by the mod. And it's not... I don't even have it set. It's just Twitch's mod. Let's see. There's a prize horse in the admin stable, apparently. Well,
really?
Beer Keg, what's the name of the horse? Because there's a lot of inactive horses in that stable for various reasons.
Oh, by the way, I still have this Epicenter horse that I bred that I'm going to drop in the
Oh,
chat.
shit, I forgot.
That's all right. I'm dropping him in the chat. So this is
right.
We'll give this horse away here in a minute.
So
just so you guys know.
Let's do this. We'll bring back the original list.
It's Epicenter by Roses in May by Tappet.
Roses in May, pretty good.
By Tappet on the backhand.
Tap it. All right. So this is going to be for Mike's Epicenter. This is the original list that we were using previously for the wheel before we did Sabbath switch over to give nobody who's won a shot. So you want me to spin the wheel, Mike?
Sure. Winner gets this horse that I dropped into the chat.
There you go. There we go.
Again, it's Epicenter, Roses in May, Tappet, unraced 2-year-old filly.
Ooh, unraced 2-year-old filly. Next year's Oaks winner, maybe.
Yeah, we'll try to give away some more of these Epicenters as we.
Yeah, we got a lot of them to give away. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna spin the wheel and give away 19 of them next round. Kidding. All right, where are we landing here?
I keyed. We're doing
Shag wins the Epicenter.
All right.
Shag Farms.
Yes, sir. Shag Farms
Let's go ahead and
gets
get this out of the way.
Epicenter, Roses in May by Tappet, right?
Yep, and I'm about ready to send it right
Perfect.
now. So, Shag Farms.
Come on, you stupid
Oh,
dumbass.
come on, transfer, check transfer, boom, on the way.
Here come the robots.
All right. Here come the robots.
That's the name of the horse.
Oh, my dog is going nuts. Don't know why. Okay. So, hang on a second. Let me tell my dog to shut up. Wrong. Chill. You're good. Relax. Stop. Don't be a dumbass. Come on.
That's a way to treat your animal.
He
Dog's gonna have
understands
a
it.
complex, man.
He understands it.
Your dog's gonna have a fucking complex issue.
He already does. It's
No wonder he acts bad. You treat him bad.
Well, Jesus, PETA's gonna be on my ass in any second now, Mike.
Hey, if we're running a horse racing game and PETA's not on our ass yet, I'm not concerned about PETA.
Well, you know, sim horses, they can be abused.
Simpeta.
All right. Oh,
There was some asshole about 15 years ago. I don't know if the guy was an asshole or not, but somebody came at me and said that they were running the I forget who was running the sim racing for him at the time. I think it may have been Squirrel. She could verify this, but somebody started ads saying that they were going to run like a simulate or like a commission to verify the accuracy and authenticity of simulated racing and all this shit. And I was like, who are you? Why do I care who you are? And they like came at me for a minute, like they were going to not do anything, but they're like trying to be all authentic about like some league of, and I was like, first off, jog off. I mean, I'm like,
Beer Keg did Mongolian Metallica. It's in that's the horse in the admin stable. So that's what we're giving away
too.
Yeah, we're giving him away
Who
next.
would have guessed?
So Mongolian Metallica.
What's the breeding?
Mongolian. Oh, beer keg, you really spent on this one, dickhead. Mongolian Falcon, Precious Metal, and Birthday Song. so in other words,
I love this horse.
I do
Can
too.
I just keep this horse, beer keg? I'll race it. I promise I will.
Hey, I won't give it away just yet. I'll let if Mike wants to keep it, we'll let
Love
Mike
this
keep
horse. No, I can't take it. No, I can't do that to the player base. The player base wants this horse.
it. Oh God, here we go.
This thing is like a prized NFT, man. This is like a
Sure
fucking
is.
porcupine with like a sombrero on. This is amazing.
Beer Kick says Taffy hasn't won yet. Nope, Taffy has not won yet. Let's see. Campo, I don't remember for sure if I've ever won or not. Damn, well, we missed you, buddy. We'll get you in on the next one.
I'll tell you what, along with this horse, we'll give away, we'll transfer this horse, and I'll also, for taking this horse, the only promise is if you win this horse, you have to race it
Hold
at
on.
least once. And if you race the horse, I will also give you an A card.
You know I have to check right now. I have to check to see if this is even viable or if this is basically something that's...
If you win a grade race with a horse, what do you get then?
400
Ass.
BPs.
I don't know.
400. If you win a
You gotta-
graded race with this horse, come back to me in 5 years from now and I'll give you 400 BPs.
What a graded horse of the graded races. I guess anything's possible.
Is it really?
Maybe. I mean,
Stranger things have happened.
I guarantee someone's starting this one's career off in a 2000 claimer, testing out that new splitting code. Oh God! All right, so we're just gonna spin the wheel on this one then.
Yeah, and I'll give away this horse and an A card.
Okay, so you don't fully lose if you win the horse.
Yeah, but I will promise you this. I will check up on you in a few weeks, and if this horse hasn't raced within a month, I'll taking your A card.
There you go.
Have to race this horse.
Got to race it
Gotta
within a
race
month.
this horse.
Got to race it within a month.
I don't care where you race it. I just want to see this horse on the track. And if you love me, you'll send me send us a link in the next Zoom. We'll keep an eye on this horse. It's my new favorite horse.
You know what we should do is.
Super Taffy.
Oh, I hope so. That would make my day. If it went to Super Taffy, because then people would get off our back and be like, "Oh, it's going to J. Rodney G." I was gonna say then people would get off our back about hooking her up with the spin wheel or whatever. That the spin wheel is biased towards her. J. Rodney G, congratulations, sort of. You won Mongolian Metallica
You got an A card.
and an A card. So,
If you
congratulations.
race the horse.
If you race the horse.
I'm
with
going
the
to
horse.
take you at your word. I'll just put it that way.
Oh, here we go.
That's a good price, actually.
Daniel says, "Take my best tap. It sounds easy. I don't have any." Well, I'll take your best Swedish horse. How about that?
Don't threaten him with a good time.
Here we go. Jono says, "I don't own a tappet. I've never won." All right. Well, it sounds like I have a lot of tappets I need to give away.
Man, J. Rodney G's got some cards here. This is nice. This will give him a
Magoo.
There we go. I got him an A card.
Magoo says, "What if you put someone else's name in the document?" To be honest with you, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
You can put somebody else's name in the document, but we're also operating on the honor system, so I'd appreciate if you didn't. But
Be kind of cool if you didn't.
I also know who we're dealing with and what we're dealing with, so I understand the reason for doing it. Just know that if we catch you, which is possible that we can do, because there is code in there that will identify where you're submitting it from, you may be SOL and I may take your horses.
There's a lot of threats going on this stream.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I won't take your horses, but probably won't make you eligible for a prize.
Jerry's bringing out the worst in Frank. I don't know what it is. Frank's getting all aggressive today. He's treating his dog like shit. Your dog's gonna have to go to a dog therapist.
So
And not only that, you're fucking threatening the user base with taking their horses every 5 minutes.
it's because of how intense the metal is with Sabbath. Because Sabbath,
That's what it
Sabbath,
is.
Sabbath
He brings the metal.
He brought the intense metal, so now I'm bringing the intense, attitude. And
That's what it is.
it's, listen, I'm also the only one drinking. I see
You are.
Sabbath is drinking a lemonade. He's enjoying himself like it's a beach day, and Mike's had, Mike's recovering from the night before. So it's, I'm just listening. I'm having a good time. I'm just fucking with
Finished
people.
second at our Mexican food trivia last night.
Mexican food trivia. All right. Okay. I went to a farmer's market this morning. That was how I decompressed after a long work week. So,
Okay, cool.
Farmer's market.
Was it fun?
No, not really. It was just something to like keep my 4-year-old busy while my wife worked. So
Did you get any? And farmers markets are, when I say notorious, I mean actually awesome to get like small batch stuff. Did you get like any small batch jams or any hot sauce or anything? Not to put Padre on blast, but there are other good hot sauces.
So
did you get anything good?
I got some cool stuff. So my wife loves hummus. So I got.
I love hummus.
2 different things of hummus made from a guy from India, and I forget his name because he gave me his name, but basically like the old, I guess the way he explained it was like that's the old way that they do it or whatever. So he gave me that plus the pita chips, which was awesome, and the pita chips are fucking great. I'm not a big hummus guy, but the hummus that he gave us was awesome.
Awesome,
according to my wife. And then I went to like a full-blown Italian dude who I have not dealt with in a long time, and it's funny that I dealt with in North Carolina, just the way he said things. I was like, oh yeah, this guy knows. This guy is legit Italian. So we got pear gorgonzola raviolis, or pear walnut and gorgonzola raviolis, which is awesome if you've never had it. And then we also got pesto raviolis, and then I got some cannoli and the sauces, and yeah, it was good. And then we went to the butcher's market and got some shit. What did we get? We got you might like this, Mike. Jalapeno garlic chicken.
Okay, I can fuck with that.
Yeah. So it was a profitable morning for me. I kept my 4-year-old busy, and he wasn't such a pain in the ass. So
it wasn't. That's too bad. Now,
you bite your tongue, you son of a bitch.
So, but yeah, hummus. Just speaking, there is, I don't remember the brand, but there's a carrot sriracha hummus. It's really good with all things pork rinds. So pork rinds and sriracha carrot hummus. Give it a shot.
Oh, we got a question from Skippy. He says, any decision on lowering the length of time of mares for lease from 31 days to like 1 or 2 weeks? Tying up BPs on lease mares bid is way too long. It's not in the near future. Pull them off the... Wait. Say it again?
You can close the mare early, right?
So I think what he's basically saying is that not leaving it open, not giving the option for folks to leave it open, right? Because what ultimately what happens is the person bidding is at a disadvantage in the sense that they have BPs tied into a particular stable. So
yeah, I mean, maybe we'll look into it. But
somebody had a good idea with a buy now option. I'll put it this way. Infrastructure. Yeah. We're not there. The mare leasing is going to stay the way that it is for some time. It's not that we're not interested in what you have to say with respect to like the suggestion, but it's a new feature. It just rolled out 3-4 months ago.
Oh, at the end
or
of
September,
last year,
right? September.
Yeah, it's right before. A little bit before the dormant mare leasing.
I don't know. It's less than 6 months anyway. But the point is we're gonna let it run. We're gonna let it do its thing. After we get through the infrastructure, we're gonna start addressing features and how to streamline things and make things much more efficient and much more usable for the player base.
Yeah, and it really is. Like we said, it's it's just a matter of where do we put our time. It's we're limited, so we just have to pick. They're easy rabbit holes to go down because it sounds like, oh, well, that'd take 5 minutes, that'd take 10 minutes. Next thing you know, you spent 3 hours on something,
right.
and then not only 3 hours. Take it from somebody who codes, and I'm not a good coder by any stretch of imagination. I only cosplay one. But generally speaking, the problem with coding is if you get away from it for a day or two, you've lost a week because like with this horse race code, I'm in it every day because I have to stay fresh with it. So if I take days away to do other little things, then I have to. It's not like you kind of forget where you were at because it gets pretty intricate.
So Bazal's had a good idea.
Yeah,
he said to give Mongolian Metal a workout. So remember the workout code that I wrote?
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Let me do one thing real quick because I want to make sure we at least land on a relevant surface.
Give this thing a workout. If this thing like I want to see the jockey just come back and say no.
That will be an option. I got to write that in, but that'll 100% just no. All things across the board, no. Okay, let me.
Can it say it's a future Derby winner?
Oh yeah, here it goes. All right, so we're gonna do a 4 furlong work. If I got this right, I don't know if this code is gonna run because I haven't.
About ready to find out.
I haven't run the update to DB Forge, so if it doesn't run, that's the reason why. All right, let's try this. Oh, it bombed, and now it ran, and no, it didn't. Right syntax to use near end. Do you want to ignore? There we go. It ran. Okay. Oh, here we go. What do we get here? Okay. This is a turf workout, 4 furlongs. The horse worked in 48 and 4, 48.49
days.
Exact. The turf really seemed to bother the horse today. I had to harass the horse to get it going, and that's from the jockey, by the way. And it should be able to hit the mid to longer sprints. That was what the report was.
Okay.
That was the report on that horse. So, who won Mongolia? Oh, cool. J. Rodney G got Mongolia Metallica. Plus, he got the worker report. Let me add that in.
Yeah, I already transferred the horse too.
Fantastic. Awesome.
And the card.
Let me write done next to that so I don't have to worry about it. You transferred it out of admin? Okay. Let me get off admin then. And back into e-test case.
All these quality stables.
Mm-hmm. Also, guys, if you do happen to see like multiple stables on this page, it's because if you've ever hit me up with a message about having a problem in one of your stables, it's likely that I had to log in on the front end to fix something. So if you happen to see it, that's the reason why. All right, we'll go back to mares. Not that we need this. Okay, so Sabbath, who's your favorite sire?
Now.
Well, it could be ever. I don't mind. I'm not opposed to giving a DDS ever. Or a DS away.
Yeah. Like Heart's Cry. It's a
all right.
Heart's Cry. Okay, so we'll give away a Heart's Cry DS then.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to go. Heart's Cry DS is going to go to somebody here. Man, you guys are really hanging out today. I guess we got to do more Saturday streams, Mike. We haven't left 50 in God knows how long.
I know. It's a whole mood up in here.
Indeed, people apparently they want more of it. Fly Spur DS. That makes me giggle. Or maybe we just need to bring Sabbath back because Sabbath is the main attraction here.
I don't think so.
King Abs wins. King Abs gets the Heart's Cry DS.
Oh, that's great.
Congratulations, Larry.
I'm the great distraction.
All right. Trying to get questions here. Just made 9 bottles of Demon this morning. Oh, that's from Padre.
Oh, we made some more. All right, that's good to know. I might have to get some of that. So,
yeah,
I'm working through the ones you got. You sent me last time. I think I'm definitely got. I think I might be just about done with my second one of that pineapple. So
I still haven't gotten the pineapple. Padre, I'm going to hit you up this week and get the pineapple.
Pineapple's delicious.
And I'm going to pay you in credits. As Skippy says, I just cracked a beer a bit ago. Yes! You don't
nice. Natty Light?
Natty Light, yeah.
Is that what Skippy was drinking on stream with us?
Yes, he was. That boy hit that Natty Ice. Reminded me when I was 19 and couldn't afford to buy anything better. But that's what's up right there, man. There's some nostalgia there.
Yeah. Remember Red Dogs?
Oh, my God. Yes. Well, they're 40-40s, right?
No, that's Mad Dog.
Oh, Mad Dog.
There used to be a beer called Red Dog.
Is that the Jamaican beer?
No, that's I can't remember the name of it, but
something dog though, right? I'm not completely off base.
No, the Jamaican was not dog. Either way.
All right. Well, I'm an idiot then. No, I don't remember Red Dog.
Well, then you weren't an idiot. There was
there's a hot minute where like that and Ice House were really popular. Red Dog was really popular, and they were really shit beers. But they were great. They were great to drink before you went to the bar and spent real money. So you get your buzz working on the cheap shit. You go out to the bar and
get fucked up on the high end. We used to, back in the day, we used to go to the bar and we used to make friends with the bartenders.
oh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, so that whenever we'd show up and they would do like open bar nights or whatever, whether, it's at strip clubs or just bars in general, they would just hook us up with, they would give us the well band, or they would tell us pay the well band price, and they would hook us up with Top Shelf all night.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was an awesome time. Still friends with a lot of them. So, good people.
Yeah, back in my indie days, the Circle Center Mall used to have like a night, and at night on Tuesdays, I think it was, they had where you bought a cup, and they would fill the cup up all night for like a quarter of beer. So yeah, but it was real shit beer. But yeah, you get completely blotto for like $2.50.
Srimmel says, is there anything for possibly alerting you to a mare in mare leasing that you used before? We don't have an alert system up, but if you control F and then in the control F, if you type in borrowed, it'll highlight the word, and all you got to do is enter all the way down to the sire that you borrowed or that you leased.
Yeah, probably something eventually we need to add to that watch list.
Yeah, we'll get there. Again, we're baby steps right now, but control F is your best friend on that mare leasing page.
Yeah, you guys be patient with us, and once you start seeing the new website roll out, you'll know the shit's about ready to go down on a bunch of good additions.
Yeah. Plus, we'll be able to start facilitating more requests on, like filtering options and shit like that. So.
Yeah, that's going to be that's part of the UX, really, the redesign to give you guys a lot more control over your experience on the front end. I know it's a little dated is a polite way of saying it, but yeah, I know the website needs some attention.
So the buy now idea again, and I think I said this in the forum. It is a great idea. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's not something, but we're just not in a position to where we can apply it right now, right? Like we said before, we're focused on the infrastructure. We're trying to get that part of it taken care of. We will get there. You just got to be patient with us. And again, it's not that we're ignoring you guys. That's not what we're doing. Yeah. All of these things get written down. We keep them in our back pocket, basically for a rainy day and or when we actually do something, or a sunny day in this case, because that would mean that we were actually done with what we were doing. And we go from there.
Yeah, and I do feel, I want to thank everybody for your patience on the rewrite. The hardest thing, and I've said this for years, especially at work, if you work as a coder especially, the hardest thing to fix is something that already works.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is because if you do it all right, the end result's not going to be much different than the current result. But the important thing, especially with an infrastructure change like this, is it's the way you get at the end result and the way you can leverage that information along the way. Everything I'm doing right now, like I said, it's like the first rollout, which hopefully it'll be completely rolled out in 2 weeks with the new carding. You guys see a little bit of an improvement there because of the way the horses are splitting already a little bit for some races. And it'll be completely, where it'll split a lot better. So you guys are seeing a little bit of improvement. So you're probably not feeling like that's a big addition. But all of that logic is literally now, to give you an idea, the way the old game worked is because it ran through Visual Basic and because it was before stored procs, I would bring the information into Visual Basic and have to spit it back out to the SQL server. So it was like one race, one horse at a time, one line at a time. Very inefficient, took forever. With the new game, I'm processing it most of the time without leaving the database.
Yeah.
So I'm literally doing batches of processes. So I can update hundreds, if not thousands of horses faster than I used to be able to update like a dozen.
Right.
So it really is like, you're not seeing a lot of the change, but this is the important stuff to allow us to do the other additions, because when you try, it's like they always say, you don't build a house, if the foundation of your house sucks, you quit painting the fucking house, you fix the foundation. And that's kind of where we're at, is the foundations needs some
unless you're from Florida and then you finish paint and sell it. So
Tennessee's the same way, buddy. Yeah.
So Sabbath, completely up. This is not horse racing related, but what is your favorite song of all time? Or what's your favorite song to play of all time?
Yes, they play. Yeah, that's like one of those questions you got to be careful because that's one of those like when you're trying to steal somebody's identity. It's like when they get on Facebook and it's like, name the first concert you went to, and everybody's like, oh, I went to go see ABBA the first time, and some hacker sitting there went to ABBA. First car was a Camaro. Light blue, and next thing you know, you get your identity.
Well, listen. So I already hacked into his bank account with ABBA 1234. So I think this is the next step. All right,
ABBA 1234. Actually, I didn't know this. Yeah, the funny thing, you can't spell Sabbath without ABBA.
True story.
True. Well, I think the most important song is actually Black Sabbath with Black Sabbath.
Okay.
All right. I can get behind that. And what is it? What instrument is it that you play? I know Mike and I know the answer, but I don't know if everybody in chat knows.
In my current band, I'm playing bass, but I'm a guitarist. So, and I've also played the drums.
Oh, jack of all trades, eh?
I wasn't good.
My son plays he used to play the drums when he was 3. If you can used to play the drums when you were 3, but it's more or less like he just beat the shit out of whatever was in front of him. But
I was an astronaut for an afternoon. I was like,
well, thanks, Mike. Thanks, you son of a bitch. I still have the drum set. He just hasn't played in a while. So
yeah.
But he used to. What he used to do is he used to watch YouTube videos, and he used to follow along with so there's a couple of people he used to watch, and he would try to follow what they were doing on covers. So one of his favorites was
it's pretty cool.
The Foo Fighters Pretenders.
Yep.
So he used to play Pretender. He can play the intro to Pretender, but other than that, he's just at that point he's done. So
that's all right. That's the fun part.
If you want to be a musician, you should play the drums because you always get bands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to play in a band to learn how to play the drums.
Yeah.
Or learn how to sing well.
My dad used to be a drummer, so.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, Dad was a drummer.
In the genes.
It skipped over a generation, but it's in the genes. I never once played the drums, so or at least it was never passed down. I started
playing bass near the end of my musical endeavors simply because, for that reason. It's like, guitar players are a dime a dozen. So yeah, you can't walk outside, especially around here, without hitting a guitar player with a rock. So but at least bass is not as many people want to play it, and to play it right is a little different than playing a guitar. Most people don't want to learn it, but yeah, drums and fucking vocals, it'll get you a job every time.
Yeah.
Why not an A card for all the logins for all the time the players logged in?
No.
Well,
how about no?
Next question. Next question. Frank was still a baby when Mike was drinking Mad Dog. I sure was. I probably, you know what? Yeah. When Mike was drinking Mad Dog, I probably wasn't even a thought.
Red Dog, but no. Mad Dog. I don't fuck with wine and cheap shit. I'm not a winesman. No, it's all beer.
Red Dog.
Beer all the time.
It gives you wings.
It does. It gives you the shits.
Red Stripe is the Jamaican beer. That's right.
That's
Skippy.
it. It is red. You're right.
I'm not stupid. I knew there was a red something. You can get it in the U.S. and even the kids. Yeah, I remember drinking it at 11. That was a joke. Didn't drink at 11. LBC Cody says a strip club outing and we can pay in credits.
You know what? So many things I want to respond with that would be grossly inappropriate. So we're just going to put a pin in that response.
That's on the Only Frank stream. We'll go back to that when we switch over to OnlyFans. Taffy says starting to go in and out connection as we go over past heading to the mountains today. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Oh, nice. Cool. Have a fun time.
Glenn Morris says spin. We never got you to say spin the damn wheel, Sabbath. I think we need.
Yeah, so we got to at least do that before we go, but we got to decide what we're giving away first.
Spin the damn wheel.
There it is. All right, I got to.
Oh, we weren't ready. Yeah, we got to think of what we're giving away first. What are we giving away, Sabbath? What do you want us to give away?
Where are we at on time? 2:28. I got to remember that. Okay.
Are you talking about specific sires or cards?
Whatever.
Whatever.
You-
You're the boss. Whatever you
For the
want to
most
give
part,
away.
unless you get egregious, which I know you won't.
If
I
you
trust
want
Sam.
to, if you want to give away the DerbyFever domain name, you put it right. We'll spin the wheel.
Nobody wants that.
We'll spin the damn wheel for it. All right.
Nobody wants that. I still have simulatedsports.com.
But Night of Thunder.
Night of
Night
Thunder.
of Thunder. Okay, I like it.
Do it. Let's see. All right. Let's see.
I hope it lands on Sabbath picks winner. Oh. Oh no.
No.
Oh, is it gonna stop? Where's it gonna stop?
Maybe this week.
Daniel
Scoops.
is black today.
Oh, Sabbath! It landed on Sabbath.
So
All
he
right.
gets it.
So congratulations,
What?
Sabbath. You win a Night of Thunder.
No.
It's like if I'd have known that, I'd have put tap it.
I know, right?
Dubai.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, you can't script this shit with the guests.
Oh.
The guests always spin the wheel and they always land on their name.
Thanks, me.
Thank you, me. Sabbath over here doing this.
So Jeff says, "Let's hear a riff."
High five.
You,
That's very
you got a
rich.
bass in your house?
Nah, I got a guitar.
Oh, he's
All right, that
it's
works.
within
Let's hear
reach.
But
That's-
it's not tuned.
That's all right.
Nobody's gonna know the difference.
It's not plugged in.
Ah. Next time we get Sabbath on, we'll have Sabbath and Mike jam out.
I think the lag would cause a big problem.
It's not the
Well,
It's
you
not a
wouldn't get
problem if
lag.
I'm the drummer, you know.
You wouldn't get lag because you guys are real time right now. It would just be.
Well, we'd be a little lagged. I mean, there's still like a slight delay between us, even though it's like,
You're full of shit. Have you ever seen The Rocker?
huh?
Dwight Schrute played naked. Never
I've seen them. I don't know if I've seen. I think I have.
Oh, you're crazy. That's a good movie.
We'll
Okay.
do that next time.
Next time, indeed.
I haven't picked up a guitar in years. I'd be a fucking mess.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'll spin the wheel 2 more times for workouts. We'll give away 2 workouts since I have that code up.
Yeah.
The way this is gonna work, if you win on the spin wheel, you have to send me a long ID, or an ID rather, a horse
number,
ID,
whatever
horse
we call it.
ID, whatever the hell.
We call it a long ID around these parts.
Yeah.
Around these parts, we call it a long ID.
Behind closed doors, it's a long ID. But yeah, I need an ID from you, and then I will run it through the workout code, and I'll read it off to you here live, and then we'll do 2 more after that for spins and sire shares, and then we'll head out because we've been live
I'm gonna-
for a while.
A minute.
I'm gonna get the drink.
All right.
Have at it, Hoss. Okay, so this is for the first workout. Why hate on the drummers? Nobody's hating on drummers, man. Drummers are what's up. Neil Peart, best drummer ever.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? 2 of my best friends, actually a lot of my best friends in life have been drummers. I had my best friends, and sadly he passed away a few years ago, but he was a drummer in my band for years. He actually slept on our couch our wedding night.
It's a good friend.
Oh yeah, we love Brian. Brian's good
Made
people.
sure you were okay.
Yeah.
S. Remmel, you catch the workout. So S. Remmel, drop a horse ID in the chat, and I will get you the workout for that horse. And tell me if you want it to be dirt or turf. Just give me the long ID and the dirt or turf, because that does make a difference. Next one, who's going to win the workout report? L. Bailey says his uncle is a drummer in multiple bands. I was going to say his drummer is an uncle in multiple bands. Well, that's
Hey,
talent.
you know what? I like, yeah.
That's like it's funny if you say beer keg.
Beer keg's like
I don't know,
Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times, it just shows up.
No, but if you spell it from the end to the beginning, it's
Lead with.
geek reb.
All right, so here we go. We got S. Rimmel and Ledwith. You both won workout reports. If you get me a long ID before the stream ends, I'll give you the workout report. If you don't, you're SOL. And then what we're going to ultimately do here now is we're going to give away a few sire shares.
Okay.
I'm going to let Mike pick one, and I'm going to let Sabbath pick two. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll let Mike pick one, and Sabbath will pick two. Mike, you go first. What sire share are we giving away?
I guess Epicenter's out of the question.
Is
Let's
it?
see what we got.
No. It
Let's go.
doesn't matter if they're piggy, yes, Rimmel. Just send me a long ID. It doesn't matter. The condition doesn't make a difference.
How's about
15 epicenters.
15 episodes. Oh, I'm down. I will give. Oh, if Mike will let me, I'll give away 15 epicenters.
absolutely not? You know what? He doesn't get much. He doesn't give as much love in the game as he used to. So let's give away a Street Sense.
Really? Street senses get love?
I mean, not like the other. I mean, he never comes up like.
Man, I guess I stopped buying.
No, I mean what I'm saying. I mean, he's still like he's still
Street.
obviously on the front page. But when we talk about him, when we're dropping names in here,
No, you're
nobody
right.
ever drops Street Sense. He's just kind of.
Street sense is awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
Probably the most undervalued elite sire there is. I'll put it that way. So we're gonna spin the wheel. Someone's winning a street sense here. Oh, and S. Rimmel gave me the long ID, so I'll do that next.
Oh. Hey, I'm tired. I'm taking a damn nap after this. Spin the damn wheel. I'm taking a damn nap.
I'm gonna go drink.
Old people gotta sleep, man.
I'm gonna go drink 2 more beers and watch something violent on Netflix. You know, it's an underrated movie.
What?
Stahlbrant won, by the way. So congratulations, Stahlbrant. I can't fucking say that name to save my life, and it won twice tonight. Or today. But underrated movie. You ever seen Looper?
No.
Looper on Netflix with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Very, very good movie.
Oh. I really like Guns Akimbo if you haven't seen that.
I gotta look that up. Guns Akimbo.
It's hyper violent. It's fun. I think it's called the Belko Experiment is a good one. And then shit. What's the name of the other one that fuck, I can't remember. There's one that's just crazy violent and like ridiculous. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I bought it. It's great. I'll go. Let me see. Somebody grab the sire. All right, so we gotta say.
No.
Cry. What? What?
Oh, thank God it bombed.
Huh?
No, because I'm an idiot. I hit execute and DB Forge is stupid. It took my fucking highlight off and I went to run it again because I just double clicked it and it fucking ran the table fill and I didn't want it to do that.
No.
This is for the workout code.
I'm giving Stahlbrant the sire share right now. I'm assuming that's how you spell the actual stable name. Stahlbrant.
It is
Stahlbrant.
Stahlbrabant. Yeah, it's STALBRABANT. That's for a street sense. I can give it away tomorrow. You don't have to worry about doing it now. I'll give it away tomorrow.
I'm going to take care of it.
Okay, well, makes my life easier.
I'll get rid of it. So that's one less thing you have to do.
Let me know if it's done. All right, so SRM, I'm going to read your workout report here. If I can find where the hell I put the fucking code. There we go. Okay. All right. And this was for... What was this horse's name? I am not passing this horse in, by the way. So I don't know what the name of the horse is. But this is what I assume... Oh, okay. Perfect. Execute. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Stahlbrant, you should have a share now. A street sense.
Try this. All right, that's got to be the workout report, right? Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. All right, workout time. 49.76. Moved extremely smooth on the turf. Rock solid and matching strides with rivals. They do not card races long enough for this one.
Oh.
So there you go. That one's got some lungs to it. There you go. Well, if you believe the scouting report, anyway.
It's like Frank's dog. It's got some lungs on it.
Indeed. My dog doesn't bark, he yells. Let's see. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. I know Ledwith won a workout report as well. I'm not sure. I think it's Samatar. Or Samatier or whatever. Okay, yeah, just drop the long ID, drop the horse ID in the chat, Ledwith, whichever horse you want, and I'll run the workout report. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 more sire shares here. We're going to let Sabbath pick the sire shares. And we're spinning the wheel right now. So you're at Sabbath's Mercy. Not Murphy.
Lord
Mercy.
Kanalua.
Ooh, very good one.
I'm choosing Japanese sires.
That's cool.
You and your brother are like super keen on the Japanese sires. Daniel sends me messages on the Japanese sires all the time. He knows what's up.
Yeah, they're funny.
Samatar says, but I'm on my phone. Okay, well, I mean, you can send me a horse name too. That'll work. Doesn't matter what it is. Be 2-year-old. It'd be any age. To be honest, Shag wins on Lord Canaloa. Congratulations, Shag, not Shad. Shag Farms. All right.
Nice.
We got 2 more to go here. We're going to spin it one more time. What are we giving away this time, Mr. Sabbath?
Kitties and Black.
Ooh, Kittis in Black. Big bump this year.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do we got? Beer Keg says rigged. Shag won twice. Hey, you know what they say.
Man who farts in church sits in his own pew.
Indeed. And Agent O gets Kittis in Black. So congratulations, Agent O. All right.
Is that a new winner?
That's a new winner today. He's won. I think he won a few streams back, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
All right, and the last one, Ledwith. If I don't, did you drop? Ledwith, if you don't drop it in the Twitch chat, just send it to me, either in the forums or on Slack, and I'll shoot you over the workout report. Last one. What are we giving away, Sabbath?
I'm gonna choose that one as well.
Which one?
Let's have an Australian then.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
Well, if you think of another one you want to give away, let me know, and we'll do it before the wheel ends. Australia. Snitzel. Okay, so we'll do an Australia this one, and the next one will be Snitzel, and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give away one more horse.
Oh, Mike wants to give something away as well. Did we give away an Epicenter? Oh, we did. Okay, that went
Yeah,
to
he
Shag.
should already be given away.
Yeah, he's giving away. We're good. Shag says, let's rig the wheel in my favor, finally. Yeah, man.
It's already rigged in my favor.
Yeah, this ain't a Monopoly game.
Kim wins the Australia share. Congratulations, Kim.
I'm breeding a horse right now.
Mike's breeding a horse. We're going to give away the Snitzel, so we're going to spin the wheel again. What are you breeding, Mike? Just so we can leave the audience.
I am breeding a Swedish horse.
Oh no!
Oh, Swede. Very nice.
It's
Nice.
gonna be
It
an A
is.
card as well, right?
No, but I bred it to a decent. Now I don't know the horse I bred it to hasn't historically done a lot, but I also haven't bred the horse a lot. I bred it to a horse. Oh, a 20-year-old named
Baggio.
Oh,
Baggio.
Yeah, actually, this is the mom of the horse that I gave away just a few minutes ago from Epicenter. So this will be
wow.
This will be a Aces Star by Tap It by Lear Fan.
Aces
Don't
Star.
get enough Lear fans in the game anymore.
By Tap It by Lear Fan.
Not enough Lear fans in the game.
All right, we're gonna spin this
So I'm
bitch.
still waiting for breeding to occur, but I've got the horse, so it's in the queue. So yeah, this is a
You're doing this out of admin or e-test case?
this is an admin.
Okay. All right. Well, this will be the last one, ladies and gentlemen. See where it lands.
It's hypnotizing.
S. Rimmel.
That's Ribble. All right.
Congratulations.
That's
S.
Swedish
Rimmel
word.
gets Aces Star by Tap It by Lear Fan. Congratulations.
Yes. The horse is still waiting to be bred.
So, Sabbath, is there any sire in the game that you have never gotten? That you wanted that you just have never gotten? I know I just put you on the spot.
Yeah, I actually never buy the really expensive ones, so I don't think I had a Justify.
No?
Oh.
Well, consider yourself getting a Justified for joining us today.
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes,
It's like he's
sir.
went on the Oprah show. He's like, no.
You get a Justified. You get a Justified.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. You will get a Justify. So much appreciated for joining us. I'm also going to shoot you some credits for joining us. More than what we usually put in the chat. So just so everybody knows, if you join us live on stream, we do give away credits. We give away some nice prizes. We take care of folks. Go ahead.
You also rig the wheel.
We do. We rig the wheel so that the guest actually wins once while we're live.
I wish we could rig the wheel.
So, but seriously, like if you guys, if anybody's ever interested in joining us, we're 100% open to it. We'll make it work as far as like timing is concerned.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we understand that overseas is the timing constraints are a little bit different.
You usually get a sober mic, which is it's probably not as fun a mic for you guys, but
I just got to mail Mike some beer, and we'll get him fucked up on the weekend.
I don't mess around before 5 or so.
I know, I'm just messing with Mike. So in other words, we got to stream after 5, and but no, for seriously, guys, if you're interested in joining the stream, doesn't matter where you are time wise, we'll figure it out. Whether there's drinks involved or not, doesn't make a difference. We're here for it. We're trying to make it fun for everybody. So if you're interested and you want to join us, shoot me a PM on either Slack, the forum. You can email me, and we'll get it all worked out. Special thanks to Sabbath for joining us today, because I know the time difference is huge there, and we've almost been live for 3 hours now. Yeah, so
I'm grateful for having been spending this evening with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful.
I promise. Go ahead.
I'm grateful for all the prizes you're handing out, and I think most players are really grateful as well. And I'm grateful you're running this game.
Oh.
And I kind of like Bear Keg a lot. Funny guy.
He's fine. We just like screwing.
Oh yeah, Beer Keg is awesome. Beer Keg is
And
one of the better personalities in the game. He's one of the guys that I can fuck with, and I don't have to worry that he's going to get mad at me.
Yeah, and thanks to all that's been in the chat. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's great to finally meet you, Jerry. We've been doing this for 20-some years, man. I'll get over to Sweden one day.
It's more like 25 years, you know.
Quarter of a century, man. Y'all have been after it.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome anytime.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, thank you again to everybody who joined us today. Sabbath, go ahead. You can say your final words here.
If you come to Sweden, come visit.
Absolutely, Mike. Last words as we head out.
Thank you as always for your patience, and thanks for sticking around with us on a Saturday and meeting some cool players. I always love to meet new ones, especially ones that
25 years. It's kind of great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys again for joining us. It was fun. We'll get those prizes out within either later today or tomorrow. We'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
much appreciated. Stay tuned for the next stream, and we'll go from there. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.